Welcome to Bryan High School, where we are ready for Game 1 of the 2025 Girls Basketball Holiday Classic, brought to you by BSN. Brian Arnold and Cooper Beltran here for back-to-back varsity girls basketball games. First one will be between the Fairview Apaches and the Maumee Panthers. Maumee's making their inaugural visit to Bryan for our Holiday Classic. That'll be followed by the nightcap of 4 ball games tonight between our Bryan Lady Bears and Toledo Bowsher. We've had 2 JV games so far today. Ayersville filled in for a short-staffed Fairview team, brought their JV over. They won the first JV game against Maumee, and then the Bryan Lady Bears just beat Toledo Bowsher in the second JV game, setting up Ayersville and Bryan in the finals tomorrow. So, Coop, we got a chance to watch a couple of varsity basketball games here tonight. We get a chance to see our Lady Bears in the second one, but before we get to that, 2 teams that we haven't had a chance to see play. We don't get to see Maumee very often. We play them in some other sports. We have not played them in girls basketball. Fairview, it feels like if we're going to run into them, this is the only place we get a chance to see them.
Yeah. Smaller teams here, I would say. No one has much size out of the 4, honestly, than Bowsher, but should be a good battle here.
Yeah, not real big lineups. We know the Lady Bears are not huge. They have a lack of a post presence, and rebounding has been an issue for the Lady Bears all year. Bowser's got some 5'10", 5'11" size, so in that second game that's going to be a little bit of an issue probably for the Bears. But I'll be interested to see. Fairview has played really well early on in the season. Coach Russ Zedike's got his group at 5-3, 2-0 in the GMC with a big win over Wayne Trace mixed in there. So Fairview's playing pretty good. 3 girls in double digits. They're doing some good things offensively, and you know they're going to play hard and get after you on defense.
Always.
So this is the Bryan Athletic Boosters countdown to tip-off. We'll be back with more right after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Discover top-quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real-world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top-quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
This community is more than a place. It's where we celebrate victories and where we lean on one another in times of loss. At Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we're proud to be rooted here, serving with care and compassion when it matters most. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, family-owned, family-focused.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
Back at Bryan High School for the 2025 BSN Girls Basketball Holiday Classic. Today's game is brought to you by the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Veteran Services of Williams County, Andrews O'Neill and Lowe, Baldy's Furniture, Stark's Plumbing and Heating, and Thiel Supply Center. Well, we always like to talk about the last meeting between 2 teams, but we're going to see the first meeting between 2 teams. Maumee and Fairview have not played each other in girls basketball before, so we're going to see them for the first time, or see them match up against each other for the first time. So let's look a little bit here at our visitor, the first group of visitors here, the Maumee Panthers. Didn't get a lot of information from them, so we dug up a little bit of what we could find. So if we see their head coach is Brad Curran in his first season. Panthers sit at 4-5. Started out 1-4, so they've been playing better lately. They had a tough stretch early with that schedule, averaging 50 and allowing about 50, so playing about like a 500 team would, but scoring and allowing about the same. And then they did graduate Lucy Porter, NBC Player of the Year last year, first team at D3 All-Ohio, so losing a 19-point-a-year player is always going to be tough to refill.
Yeah, got to replace that.
All All right, so let's look at Fairview then. Coach Russ Zedike's squad coming in at 5-3. He said they've been playing good here early in the season, and if you've followed the Lady Bears, you know when we went to Defiance, we saw a nice lefty freshman for Defiance really give us some fits, the Stance girl. And she should be a freshman at Fairview also, but she's transferred to Defiance. Otherwise, Fairview would be in even better shape than they are. They're playing some young kids, but playing hard, and they've been really tough on both ends, offensively and defensively. Coach Zedike's been around for 8 years now, 115 and 57, had really good success down in Apache country, averaging about 55 a game and allowing about 52. If you look at their schedule, you see a lot of close ball games. Just 2 seniors on the squad, Aubrey Hammer, honorable mention on Ohio D6 last year, and Abby Zedike. And Aubrey Hammer, a really good volleyball player as well. So athletes on the floor, a lot like the Lady Bears. You're going to see girls out there that are volleyball players, softball players, some cross-country runners, kids that play multiple sports and good athletes. All right, so you got Brian Arnold, Cooper Beltran here from Bryan High School. We're getting ready for the first game of the night with Fairview facing Maumee. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. We're going to talk about keys, officials, and get ready for basketball action.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
Here in Williams County, we believe that no veteran should feel forgotten. Our Veteran Service Office is here to serve, helping with VA claims, pensions, healthcare enrollment, and so much more. We're veterans serving veterans with dignity, honor, and respect. Reach out to us today to see how we can help, because the only veteran we can assist is the one that doesn't contact us.
All right, back at Bryan High School, we're getting ready for basketball action tonight. Maumee and Fairview in Game 1 of the Girls Basketball Holiday Classic. So let's look at keys to the game tonight. Keys to the game brought to you by the Carlin Company Realty and Auctioneers. Been your hometown real estate company for over 45 years and consistently remained #1 in Williams County and the surrounding areas since 2007. Call us for all of your real estate needs. All right, Cooper, let's talk about Maumee's keys to the game tonight.
Yeah, they're going to want to use that quickness to their advantage. They're not very big, kind of like Fairview, so getting out and running is going to be huge. And obviously not being that big, you're going to need to rebound. You're going to need to box out, put some bodies on people, and go get it. And just taking what the defense gives them. This Fairview team is going to play hard, so kind of find some spots, find some wiggle room, and go score.
Yeah, neither side, we mentioned it already, neither side with a real big post presence. Maumee's got one girl might stretch up a little bit, but other than that, you're going to see both teams without a lot of size. So who does control the boards, who can rebound, it's going to be important early on to see who can take care of that part of the business. So let's look at Fairview then, their keys to the game for tonight's first game.
Just stopping those quick guards from penetrating and breaking down the middle of that defense, collapse kicks. Just can't happen for them. And then having the good help side when it does collapse on any post players down there. And then rebound. Got to limit the second chance points. And when you're smaller, it's about putting bodies on people, not just going out and trying to out-jump someone.
Yeah, and I think one of the things, too, that's probably a little bit of the key to the game for Fairview. Fairview did not play JV. They've got 12 girls, and they've got 12 girls. There's nobody else. A little bit like the Lady Bears were a few years ago when they were real thin. When you look at their 5 starters and where their points come from, they've got one other player, Chloe Panico, comes off the bench to give them 7 a game. And outside of that, it looks like everything's coming from about 6 players, and then maybe a 7th counting Sammy Mavis as well. So, they're staying out of foul trouble and being able to stay on the floor for them, a lot like our Lady Bears, is pretty important.
Yep.
Tonight's officials brought to you by Tri-State Vision Center. Been serving the area since 1977. Contact us at either our Bryan or Montpelier offices for all of our eye care needs. The Game 1 officials tonight, I think we've got that wrong on our graphic. We've got Game 1 officials tonight are Ryan Heller, Kyle Borer, and Josh Crossgrove. And it's possibly even Craig Drivis instead of Josh Crossgrove there. But we know Ryan Heller and Kyle Borer are out there on the floor. So Millard, I would imagine, Mark Weaver probably going to be around for Game 2. So welcome those guys to Bryan. We're going to do one more quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk starters and national anthem. Last-minute reminders here before we get things started. This has been the Bryan Athletic Boosters Countdown to Tip-Off. Starting lineups and more coming up on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
From the first whistle to the final buzzer, life is filled with moments that shape us. Moments of victory, of challenge, of community. At Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we're honored to stand by families through every season of life. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused.
Discover great job skills training at Northwest State. With over 50 different programs available, there is something for everyone. Providing hands-on training and education is the community college advantage.
Back at Bryan High School, about 35 seconds left here on the game clock before we get things started between Fairview and Maumee in Game 1 of the 2025 BSN Girls Basketball Holiday Classic. Been running a lot of trivia up on the board tonight talking about the history of this. Lady Bears have won this tournament about 18 times. It's been a couple of years since that happened. They'd be happy tonight to get a win, find themselves in the championship game, take on whoever wins this first game if they could pull that off. But right now, with things the way they've been going for the Lady Bears lately, it's just a matter of playing good.
Yep, just play your game.
Before we get to that, we've got Fairview and Maumee. We're going to take it down to our PA, Aaron Hughes, to get us through national anthems, starters, and get us ready for basketball.
Welcome to the 25th Annual Holiday Classic. Tonight's first game features the Fairview Apaches and the Maumee Panthers. Ladies and gentlemen, America is the land of the free and home of the brave, and that freedom has been afforded us by the dedication and sacrifice of brave servicemen and women currently deployed throughout our communities and around the world, and many others who have come before us. To thank these extraordinary men and women, to honor our nation, would you please rise in the playing of the national anthem? The officials assigned to this game have met the requirements set by OHSAA and have been approved for their important role in tonight's games. Our officials are Mr. Craig Travis, Mr. Kyle Borer, and Mr. Ryan Heller. In order to make today's contest as enjoyable as possible, please represent your school and community in a positive and respectful manner. That means follow the rules, speak and act responsibly, and show courtesy and respect for your fellow fans, the officials and coaches, the administration, authority figures, and of course your team and their opponents. Let's make tonight's contest great. Remember to respect the game. Thank you. Now to meet the teams. First for the guests on the scoreboard, the Maumee Panthers. Starters for Maumee, number 10, Taryn Pyle. Number 11, Rain Hurt. Number 12, Myla Jordan. Number 15, Taylor Smith. And number 23, Izzy Yancey. Varsity coaches Brad Curran, assisted by Tim Strahl, Zion Hoffman, and Jessica Peralta. Now to meet the home team on the scoreboard, the Fairview Apaches. Starters for Fairview, number 2, Samantha Coleman. Number 20, Lorelei Salyers. Number 22, Nevaeh Heisler. Number 23, Aubrey Hammer. And number 24, Brianna Moniker. Head coaches Russell Seedyke, assisted by Nikki Grimm and Joe Kine. Ladies, let's play ball.
Well, they got the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. Fairview and Maumee getting ready to tip it off. A couple of freshmen starting there for Coach Zedike's squad. Nevaeh Heisler, freshman, comes in averaging 10 points a game, and Brianna Moninger comes in averaging 6 points a game. Both of them can shoot it from the outside a little bit. Heisler's got 11 made threes on the year, Moninger 13. The team led by Aubrey Hammer, 16 threes on the year. So 4 girls in double digits with made threes as it ball goes up, and Maumee will control. Fairview starts out in man-to-man with Maumee running a high weave up top. Get the ball to the elbow to Jordan, who gets it to Yancey. Hands off to Reagan Hurt. Top of the key, 3 won't go. Rebound comes down to Fairview. Moninger pulls it down, looks to push right away. Heisler gets to the corner. Ball comes back to Heisler. Her 3 is up and long. Backside rebound by Maumee. Hurt pulls it down. So a couple of quick threes for both teams. Come up empty.
See if you can attack the rim a little bit here.
About 35 seconds in on the main stop scoreboard. Fairview with the gamble. Runner by Yancey doesn't go. Fairview comes down with the rebound. Salyers has got it. A little bit of trouble there. Kuhlman comes back to help her out, and now they'll work. It looks like Maumee set up now in either a 1-2-2 or a 2-3 matchup. A little bit like you guys play on the boys level here, trying to match up around the perimeter against shooters. Ball gets reversed around. It goes from Heisler to Hammer. Hammer buries the 3 from the corner.
Yep, we always say no straight line passes. That's what gets you killed.
Hammer comes in averaging 11, leading scorer for Fairview, leading three-point shooter, and she knocks down the first shot of the night. 3-0 lead for Fairview. Fairview pokes it away, gets a turnover. Ball going the other way now. Fairview in transition. Heisler gets the ball back up to Hammer, swings it around. Ball finds Kuhlman, right corner 3 is long, doesn't draw anything. Hammer tried to poke it away, but Maumee's got it under control. Smith pushes right side, skip pass to Jordan. Nice find on the backside for an easy layup.
Pushing that transition.
Maumee sets up in a little bit of some three-quarter court pressure, a little 2-2-1 zone pressure. Fairview quickly and easily through. Heisler finds Salyers, who finds Moninger top of the key. 3 doesn't go. Salyers with the hustle offensive rebound. She finds it, puts it off glass. Yep. Fairview with a 5-2 lead on the main stop scoreboard.
It's going to be big getting on those boards.
Maumee brings it across. Pyle hands the ball off to Hurt, and she gets fouled out top by Heisler. First foul of the night for either squad.
Fairview's bringing that man-to-man pretty far up and kind of taking some gambles here.
Extending their defense. Yeah, that's a couple of times now where they're not afraid to try to jump out into passing lanes. Smith from Maumee inbounds to Pyle up top. Ball gets poked away by Kuhlman. Kuhlman's going to push, left-hand layup up and good. Nice job to force a turnover and then finish with a layup. Yep. 7-2 lead for Fairview.
Maumee's going to have to try to deal with that ball pressure up top.
A little sloppy with a handoff there. Nice job by Fairview. And then, again, good pressure there. Heisler pressures the ball in the corner. Maumee gets a shot in the paint. Smith can't get it to go. Got partially blocked. Fairview quick again to the other end. Seeing one key early here, Fairview really wants to run as they turn it over.
They want to push that in transition, especially off those steals.
Good hands. Kuhlman gets her hands on another ball at half court. Maumee regains control. Pyle's got it. Works down the left side, loses her balance, throws it away. Salyers will take that. She's got an open look at a layup, swatted away. Nice play there by Taylor Smith to block that layup and not make any contact. Ball reversed around, finds Hammer. She can't find the 3, but another offensive rebound to Salyers. Can't get the putback to go. Yancey has it for Maumee. She was in a crowd of Fairview players. Ball comes out to Smith. Smith walks it across the timeline, gets it to Reagan Hurt. Maumee in their half-court offense. Pyle works up high, and like you said, Coop, real high extended man-to-man by Fairview. We're going to foul off the ball. Offensive foul.
Yep. I think it was on that back side. They tried to kind of weave through. Must have gotten a moving screen.
All right, first foul for Maumee. 15, Taylor Smith picks up her first, team's first. 4:26 left in the opening quarter on the main stop scoreboard. Main stop's open when you need him. You're always near a main stop. Don't forget Thirsty Thursday every Thursday as Fairview leads 7-2 about halfway through the opening quarter. But turn it over. Addie Zedike checked in for Fairview there with Sammy Mavis. Zedike turned it over. Jordan, left block. Dribble down the corner. Heisler came and trapped and swatted that ball out of bounds, so Maumee will keep it out of bounds underneath their own basket. Smith has it baseline, gets it into Hurt. Hurt through a little bit of contact there. Nothing called. Ball gets basically a turnover. Fairview looks to run again. Pushed by Zedike. Got to Mavis. Mavis fumbled in the lane. Ball finds Aubrey Hammer in the corner. 3 doesn't go. Rebound to Mila Jordan for Maumee. Maumee's got it and will walk it up. Taylor Smith attacks. Weaves down the lane. Gets a nice left-handed layup off. Can't get it to go, but she's fouled, and she's going to go to the line.
With how high Fairview's playing, I'm surprised Maumee's not looking to push that more. They're being very patient and trying to run some half-court offense.
Yeah, and if they get any kind of post presence in there, then they should be able to work a little bit of one-on-one. Taylor Smith's first free throw is up and good at the Welling Construction free throw line. Welling Construction, third generation, family-owned, general contractor for quality custom homes, renovation projects, and commercial work. Contact us at 419-636-3712. Yancey and Jordan come out for Maumee. Lyric Pratt checks in, as does Lily Nye, the 5'9" sophomore. Smith's second free throw is good. She knocks down both. That makes it a 7-4 Fairview lead with 3:40 left on the main stop scoreboard. Maumee back into the 2-2-1 pressure. Kuhlman picks her dribble up, finds Hammer across half court. And she found Zedike in the corner, but I think Zedike was already thinking about where she was going with it next. Threw her hands and out of bounds for a Fairview turnover.
Saw that trap and I think might have gotten a little antsy.
All right, Maumee into their half-court offense. Jordan in front of the Fairview bench finds a cutting Smith, makes the runner, just falls off the rim. Tried a nice finish with her left hand, couldn't get it to go. Fairview quickly the other way. Pushed ahead to Hammer. Hammer attacked into the paint. She's going to go to the line and shoot 2 at the Welling Construction free throw line. Foul is on Lyric Pratt, Maumee's second. 2 fouls for both teams. 3:12 left in the opening quarter. 7-4 lead for Fairview. Hammer's first free throw, back iron, no good. Comes in shooting 70% from the free throw line, averaging 11 points a game. She's already hit her 17th three of the season. First basket for Fairview tonight. Second free throw is up and good to make it an 8-4 lead for Fairview. Fairview staying back in their half-court offense, but they're pretty much toes on the half-court line too when they're picking up. Quick attack by Maumee out of the half-court. That was Reagan Hurt. She couldn't get the runner to go. Rebound to Heisler from Fairview, and she's going to get fouled. And that foul was called on number 12, Mila Jordan. She'll pick up her first. So 3 fouls here in the opening quarter. 3 girls each with 1 for Maumee. Fairview finds the middle of that. Sammy Mavis back now. Nice skip pass from Hammer to Heisler. Heisler gets it to go off glass. Good work against that zone pressure right there. Good ball movement, led to an easy layup.
Get it in the middle, good things will happen.
Smith attacks, gets to the free throw line. Errant shot left, doesn't hit anything. Ball bounces around, comes out to Aubrey Hammer. And Hammer's going to look to push. She finds Zedike. Zedike attacks. Hit the side of the backboard with her layup, but she's going to get 2 free throws. That foul's on Reagan Hurt. That's going to be her first. So we got 4 aces out there on the floor right now for Maumee. 4 girls with 1 foul each, 4 team fouls. So 2.5 left here in the opening quarter. As a first Welling Construction free throw for Aubrey Zedike is good. Sorry, Addie Zedike is good. Gives Fairview an 11-4 lead, and now any foul here the rest of the way out, Fairview shooting 2 no matter what.
Yep. Got to be careful.
Second free throw back, front iron, back iron, and good. And we're going to get a timeout here from Maumee. Going to take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll be back right after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
The historic Bryan Arts and Education building is being renovated for the next generation, transforming it into a welcoming, accessible space where performances and events can be comfortably enjoyed. The $6.2 million project adds lobby and backstage space, new seating, lights and sound system, accessibility, and additional parking. Because here in Bryan, art connects us. Your support, big or small, makes a lasting impact, inspiring generations to come. Donate and learn more at bryanarts.org.
Back at Bryan High School, Fairview with a 12-4 lead, 2:28 left in the opening quarter. Maumee just took a 30-second timeout. And they'll bring the ball up the floor against that Fairview man-to-man. Nye flashes high, works up top against Mavis. Mavis, again, 4 feet behind the three-point line, not afraid to extend the defense. Pratt's baseline jumper is good. Set shot.
Good shot.
Lyric Pratt knocks down the jumper. Big bucket there for Maumee. They needed a hoop.
She came off the bench.
Cut the lead to 6 now. 12-6 Fairview's lead early here in the first game of the Golden Bears Holiday Classic, and we're going to get a turnover. Official's going to say Sammy Mavis took an extra step in her pivot. Turnover by Fairview, and Maumee with the ball again. Taylor Smith will bring it up. Again, high to Nye, starting at about the 10-foot line. She gets it to Hurt. Hurt thought about a three a couple of times, didn't take it, tries to swing it to Pratt, gets knocked out of bounds by Kuhlman. Kuhlman's been really active defensively.
Yeah, hands everywhere. It's hard to get past players
Good,
like that.
Yeah, good feet and quick hands. A lot of deflections. She's already picked a couple pockets, been active. Yancey back on the floor for Maumee as Niall take a seat. And Taylor Smith gets a break for Coach Curran's squad. So Jordan Pratt and Maumee just about threw it away. I think a little confusion on the inbounds play, but Hurt was able to gather, finds Yancey. Yancey had a lane, underhand pass back to Pyle. And there's Kuhlman again. Takes it away from Pyle, dribbles it off her foot, but regathers. Finds Mavis. Mavis finds glass, finds a bucket. 14-6 lead for Fairview's first bucket. First 2 points there for Sammy Mavis.
They're keeping that pace up, too. Running on every chance
they like to
get.
run every chance. You're exactly right. And there, Kuhlman a little too handsy. She's going to get whistled for a foul out top. Just her first. Fairview's third. Heisler will check back in for Fairview for Sammy Mavis. Pyle has it up top for Maumee. Working against Kuhlman. Gets a good screen from Yancey. Not able to find her on the roll, but a really good screen up top. Ball gets swung back around to Pyle. Three-point shot is up and good. Really nice looking shot from Taryn Pyle, sophomore. Knocks down the three. 5-point lead for Fairview. Under a minute left here in the first quarter. 14-9 on the main stop scoreboard. Salyers back up to Moninger, swinging around. Finds Heisler, left side three. Misses everything. Salyers, though, with her third offensive rebound in the opening quarter and puts it back.
That was one of the keys to the game, was getting those, dominating that glass, and Fairview right now is winning that battle.
Lorelei Salyers now has 4 points, both on putbacks at that end, and there's another turnover. Heisler picks a pocket of Hurt, run out, layups good. 4 quick points for Fairview towards the end of the first quarter, stretches the lead to 9, 18-9. Fairview leads, under 20 seconds left. Maumee with the ball. Pyle works against Kuhlman. Got a backdoor cut from Pratt. She couldn't find her. Now Jordan. Kuhlman picking up again after the switch on the ball, on the handoff. Jordan stuck up top, gets it to Hurt. And again with Kuhlman. Kuhlman's defended everybody in purple so far tonight, I think. Hurt got a runner in the lane off at the buzzer, didn't draw anything. So at the end of one, Fairview with a really good quarter. They lead 18-9 on the main stop scoreboard. We'll be back with some more basketball right after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Fallen on hard times? At the Williams County Veteran Service Office, we're here when life gets tough. We provide emergency financial assistance for housing, food, and utilities, plus transportation to VA medical appointments. Whether you need help today or just someone who understands, we're ready to serve. Please reach out to see what we can do for you, because the only veteran we can't assist is the one that doesn't contact us.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
Trust is built when we know someone has our back, on the field, in the stands, and in life. At Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we're more than a service provider. We're neighbors and friends. For generations, families have trusted us to care for their loved ones with compassion and dignity.
Second quarter action underway. First varsity game of the girls Holiday Classic 2025 BSN Bryan Girls Holiday Classic. Entry pass gets knocked out of bounds by Izzy Yancey. Fairview with an 18-9 lead after a really good defensive quarter by the Apaches that led to a lot of easy buckets on the other end. Inbound pass to Salyers in the middle of the paint. She gets it to Moninger, kicks to Heisler, to Hammer, back to Heisler. Good ball movement by Fairview. That's one thing I like so far about Fairview. The ball doesn't stick.
It's swinging all the way around, side to side.
If I don't attack, if I don't have a shot, ball's going to move, make the defense move, and they're making this Maumee defense move.
Especially that 2-3.
Ball gets swung around, finds Moninger on the backside again. Lost her dribble and gets picked off. Nice job by Pyle. Taryn Pyle picked off that reversal pass. She picks up her dribble on the far side, and then she's going to get called for a travel after getting trapped by the two freshmen on the far sideline, Heisler and Moninger. So a turnover both ways to start the second quarter. Fairview with the ball again, 7:10 left here in the half. JV games already happened today. Ayersville came and filled in for Fairview's JV and beat Maumee. Then the Bryan Lady Bears defeated Toledo Bowsher. So tomorrow's consolation game at 3 p.m. will be Maumee and Bowsher, followed by the JV finals of Bryan and Ayersville. Bryan Lady Bears varsity to follow this against Toledo Bowsher, hoping to avenge a really bad loss last year in this tournament. As that pass by Maumee is picked off, Lorelei Salyers won't get many easier looks than that. She's made a couple of really tough shots off rebounds. Got an open look at that, couldn't get it to go. Maumee got the rebound. They pushed the other way. Then we're going to get a held ball underneath.
Sometimes you're a little too open. It happens.
Yeah, we all know the feeling. I think there's no way I can miss this. I'm way too open, and I think she missed a little bit of everything. Maumee with the inbound to Pratt. She gets in the paint. And we're going to get a push. I don't know whether we'll call that on the shot or out of bounds. Nice attack there off of that inbounds play by Lyric Pratt.
Yeah, just ripping through and just attacking that high press man.
She'll end up at the Welling Construction free throw line. Her first two free throws of the night. First shot hit about every part of the rim and fell out. 6:34 left in the opening half. Fairview leads 18-9 on the main stop scoreboard. Pratt will take her second free throw. And that one is front iron, back iron, and good. 18-10, Fairview leads. Samantha Kuhlman will bring it up, working against this Maumee half-court zone. Hammer with a long pass to Heisler.
Looks like Fairview's kind of switched it up, put Mavis more in that high post area rather than low. Maybe looking at somewhat of a high-low here.
The reversal to Hammer from in front of the Maumee bench, and she buries her second three of the night. Aubrey Hammer now has 7. Good reversal and nice shot. Way to be ready to catch and shoot.
Yep. Looks like Fairview's going to press it up now.
There's a good chance Coach Zedike might smell a little blood in the water. We talked about it in the break. Maumee having a lot of trouble with this on-the-ball pressure by Fairview, so I think that he wants to extend that a little bit more and see if he can turn them over. Taylor Smith does a good job of bringing it up against Samantha Kuhlman. Kuhlman working against Smith up top again. Smith was calling for a screen. Kuhlman trying to poke the ball away. She's going to get a little nickel dimer out top there for her second foul.
Got a little antsy there. Kind of wanted another one.
Coach Zedike's going to get her off the floor and get Addie Zedike, senior, back on the floor for her. 21-10, Fairview leads. 5:50 left in the opening half of action here. Taylor Smith working now against Zedike. Picks her dribble up and swings it to Hurt. Hurt works left hand into the paint, right hand runner off glass. That's a really tough shot coming back to her right hand.
Yep.
A big bucket that Maumee needed. Aubrey Hammer now with the ball up top. Swings it to Heisler. Try to hit the gap, comes back out to Zedike. Zedike to Mavis at the free throw line. Now you've found the ball in the high post, but she also drew 3 Maumee players. They poked it away. She turned it over, but Maumee's Pratt throws it away as Zedike chases down that errant pass. Heisler's three-point shot gets blocked by Smith. Smith, deflection and a steal. Good activity there by Taylor Smith in that half-court set. And then Taryn Pyle got herself a little bit ahead of herself and Ollie's one off of her foot out of bounds.
Yep.
So
I mean,
a rash of turnovers. I don't know how many you can even keep track of right there.
Yeah, it's good to see Maumee kind of getting out and running, though. They've struggled in that half-court offense, so I think any chance they get to go attack that basket, they should take.
Yeah, I think that's a good point because they have not been great in the half-court. Fairview's half-court defense is really good. And you're right. Any chance they get to run, they need to run. Zedike got stuck in front of the Maumee bench. 30-second timeout. We'll stay here. Timeouts tonight sponsored by SNS Directional Boring. When it comes to your home or farm, make the smart play. From new main water and sewer lines to field drainage, SNS Directional Boring keeps things flowing underground so you can take your time out in peace. SNS does it right the first time. Call 419-630-0729 today. Coach Zedike saw his player get trapped there in front of the Maumee bench and burned a quick 30 to try to save that turnover.
Yep. Something you just can't really do against the zone. 1-1-2 dribble pickup, you're going to get stuck.
And we got here with the remaining amount of time that we've got here in this first quarter, roughly about halfway through, not quite halfway through the second quarter. Big moment here for Maumee. If Maumee can find a way to keep the pressure up on Fairview, they've turned them over a couple of times, but they've got to turn that into points on the other end and keep this within reach. Fairview in the half court. Now Sawyer's in the high post. That ball gets poked away again. Taylor Smith on the floor. Boy, I've really been impressed with how she plays. The senior's really been working hard. Forced that turnover, found a teammate. And she tries to enter it into Izzy Yancey in the high post. And Lorelei Sawyers is going to pick up a foul. So 3 fouls now on Fairview. They got one more, and then Maumee will be shooting the rest of the quarter. So, that, again, they got to be aware. They're playing 9 tonight. I think we've seen 7 of the 9 so far on the floor.
I think we've seen all 9.
Fairview can't afford a whole lot of foul trouble.
Yep. I mean, it comes kind of with the high pressure, but you got to control yourself at certain times to kind of just sit back and make them dribble. And there's another
3-point attempt by Pratt. Great checkouts by Fairview. And then they turn the ball over, and we're going to get another Fairview foul. This one, Aubrey Hammer's going to pick up her second. And the 4th team foul on Fairview with 4:10 left in the second quarter on the main stop scoreboard. Fairview still leads by 9, 21-12. Maumee's got to find a way to turn some of these turnovers into points.
They're not backing off, though.
No, still up high, and there's Mavis working hard, pokes that away from Pratt, gets a turnover. Hammer's got it. Finds Salyers, takes a couple steps for the free throw line, steps between 2 Maumee defenders, draws the foul, and she's going to go shoot 2 at the Wellick Construction free throw line. A foul on Izzy Yancey, her first, team first of the quarter. Lorelei Salyers goes to the line, shooting 57% from there for the season, and that one goes off left iron. Salyers averaging 3 points a night. She's already got 4 tonight off of 2 really good hustle plays off of offensive boards. I think she's got 3 or 4 offensive rebounds already.
She's been really good on the glass.
Second free throw is long and no good, but guess what? She chases it down, and then she's going to get fouled. Great hustle play again by Lorelei Salyers. Draws a foul, that time from Taryn Pyle. Her first and team second, so I think Maumee's got a bunch of girls with 1 apiece. Wide open Sammy Mavis on the inbounds play. Nobody found Sammy Mavis except for the Fairview inbounder. Easy 2 points there for Fairview. Their lead back to 11 as they show some pressure in the backcourt and they force the Maumee turnover. Good trap by Fairview, and then Smith trying to drag a foot there turns it over. 23-12, Fairview leads, 3:37 left in the half. Game 1 of the BSN Girls Basketball Holiday Classic. Kuhlman finds Hammer in front of the Maumee bench. Kuhlman attacks right elbow. Floater high off glass, doesn't go. Ball kept alive inside by Heisler, and then Nye from Maumee will grab it, but she's on the end line. So the ball will stay down here with Fairview.
Yeah, they got to start limiting these second chances if they want to stay in this one.
Brianna Moninger will check in. Aubrey Hammer will take a seat for Fairview. Fairview looks to inbounds. Kuhlman right back into Moninger. Bounce pass to Mavis and another easy layup. Boy, back-to-back, really nice baseline out-of-bounds plays from Fairview. Probably something a lot of teams could look at. I like the action both times for easy looks for Sammy Mavis, who finished both. Maumee now in the half court. Smith up high against Kuhlman. been a recurring theme. Smith found Hurt, tried to force it into 9, not able to find the handle. Moninger got it. Bounce pass to Salyers. Nice bounce pass back to Mavis. And boy, Sammy Mavis, last 3 trips, 3 buckets. 8 points for Mavis. The last 6 in a row for Fairview, and the Fairview lead now is 15. Fairview again with good pressure. Tried to poke it away from behind. Maumee found it. Smith, open 3, knocks it down, and she's fouled. And that's going to be Kuhlman's 3rd. It's probably the only thing that hasn't gone right for Fairview in the first half is some foul trouble.
Yeah, especially on Kuhlman. She's always guarding the ball, so having her out, I mean, opportunity for Maumee here.
Really good offense from Fairview. Nice job there by Maumee. They gathered themselves, kind of fumbled the ball around in that pressure. But I think it was Pyle able to find Smith. Smith knocked down the 3 and got fouled. Can't get the 4-point play as that rebound is pulled down by Heisler, but tipped away by Smith. Great job by Taylor Smith. She'll get it to the basket and score. So 5 straight for her, and Coach Zedike not very happy with that. He's going to take a timeout. We're going to take it with him here. Full timeout at Bryan. We'll be right back on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
Trust is built when we know someone has our back, on the field, in the stands, and in life. At Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we're more than a service provider. We're neighbors and friends. For generations, families have trusted us to care for their loved ones with compassion and dignity.
Well, 15-point Fairview lead is down to 10 right now. Fairview with the ball, going the length of the court. 2:25 left in that opening half. Maumee with 5 quick points from senior Taylor Smith. They got themselves at least feeling like they're back in a little momentum. Now Maumee with a little change come out in a 1-3-1, trying to match up to that high post player.
There.
Sammy Mavis just about got her 8th straight point of the night. Didn't go. Her and Mila Jordan wrestle for that rebound. Jump ball call stays here with Fairview.
Still getting those offensive boards.
Really active on the glass tonight for Fairview. Hammer finds Salyers. She'll attack right side again. Layup. In and out. Really good, strong move by Lorelei Salyers. Couldn't get it to go. And then we're going to get another jump ball called as there's a scramble in the paint for the loose ball. Mila Jordan on the floor again for Maumee. So Maumee will have possession now, working against some full court pressure from Fairview.
Yeah, you want to try to cut this down to single digits before halftime, keep morale up.
Yeah, with where this game was, if they could get this to 6 or 8, and really even force another foul on Fairview at this point, gets them to the free throw line. As Hurt will take a 3. Good-looking shot, didn't go. Rebound to Moninger. She'll bring it up, get it to Salyers, right back to Moninger, across to Mavis. Hammer now in the right corner. Skips up top. Moninger, nice bounce pass to fellow freshman Heisler, who goes with the left hand, can't get it to go, but she's fouled. She'll shoot 2 free throws at the Welling Construction free throw line. Second foul on Mila Jordan. I don't like the way these 2 freshmen play for Fairview. They see the floor really well. They're willing to share the ball. That was a great bounce pass. Tough entry point, too, from the top of the key. Nice bounce pass to the left block.
Their passing has been pretty superb tonight.
Nevaeh Heisler's first free throw is no good. She comes in shooting 65% from the free throw line, averaging 10 a game. Pretty good freshman season. Second free throw is good for Heisler. She's got 5, halfway to that average.
Yeah, I think Smith is just going to take control here of this Maumee offense.
Taylor Smith again working up top, handoff to Pyle. High weave action with some handoffs for Maumee against this man-to-man defense.
Can't foul here.
Lyric Pratt. Nye with the one-hand baseball pass. Smith baseline jumper, no good, but Pyle on the backside, recipient of just that errant shot. She gets the board, she finishes off glass, and she's fouled. Second foul on Lorelei Salyers. So, again, the only thing that hasn't gone well for Fairview is just that the fouls have piled up a little bit on them.
Yep.
Welling Construction free throw is good. Taryn Pyle, traditional three-point play. She's got 6, and that leads 8. Maumee's where they want to be if they can keep it in single digits and at least stay within reach.
Got to stop here, and we got to limit those second chance points, keep them off the boards.
Touch for Fairview down with Heisler on the block, and she gets doubled by Nyan Pratt. They knock the ball off of Heisler's leg, so a turnover by Fairview. A little more activity out of Maumee, especially when the ball gets inside, than what we saw in that first quarter. I think they've ratcheted things up defensively a little bit. Baseball inbound pass to Smith. She's working against Moninger, crosses her over a couple times. That's probably a little bit of a quick three. You'd like a better looking shot than that. 44 seconds left here in the half. Fairview an 8-point lead. I'm not going to fault Smith. She's been giving everything she's got. She's playing hard.
When you have that many turnovers as a team, you just feel like if you have an open shot, you got to take them.
Sometimes you shoot it before you can turn it over. That's exactly right. Fairview with a wide offensive set against this zone. They want to get the last shot out of this half. They'd love to get it back to double digits.
Yep.
This Hammer finds Heisler. Heisler's going to take an open three, long off back iron. Backside rebound by Hurt from Maumee, and she'll bring it up against pressure from Zedike. Fairview's got to be careful not to foul because the next foul puts Maumee at the line. Now Smith will take it.
That aggression never goes away.
Hurt now working against Zedike. 5 seconds. Hurt checks the clock. Runner in the paint, and she's going to draw that foul on Zedike. Same thing she did earlier. Went left hand into the paint, pull it back to her right hand. That's a tough move she made off glass earlier, and this time it gets her to the Welling Construction free throw line. Chance to get this to 6 points going at the half. I don't think anybody would have guessed that a little bit ago.
Yep.
First free throw, knuckleballs up, front iron, back iron, and in. Lead is now 7. That's 3 points for Reagan Hurt. Short with a second. Rebound to Fairview. Mavis will take a chuck. That'll be short, and we are at the half. Game 1 of the girls' BSN Holiday Classic. And Fairview takes a 7-point lead in at the half. It had gotten as big as 15, Coop, and I think Maumee, if you're Coach Curran and his squad, you got to be pretty happy with where you're at right now.
Yeah, I think they could have even gotten it lower if they limited those second chance points, and just Fairview started having some more turnovers, got into that foul trouble, and caused some girls to maybe back off a little bit, and Maumee found some open spots.
Yeah, when we come back, we'll talk some adjustments and things to do, but I think you're exactly right. The rebounding is a big issue. That's something that Maumee's got to go in and talk about at the half. What are they going to do to keep, specifically Lorelei Salyers, but what are they going to do to keep Fairview off that offensive glass? And I think the other part you're right about is this could be a little bit of a closer game because Maumee turned things up a little bit on the defensive end. They had some lapses. Sammy Mavis got 3 quick buckets there, off 2 off inbounds plays, another open look in transition. But they turned Fairview over a lot more, especially in the second half of that second quarter.
And they started limiting theirs. They started limiting their turnovers and didn't let Fairview run quite nearly as much, made them play in the half court, and I think that was huge for them.
Okay, well, we're going to take a break. It's halftime here, Game 1 of the Girls Holiday Classic. Fairview up 28-21. We'll come back, talk a little bit more about the ball game, what both teams are going to do, and talk a little preview of Game 2 here in Bryan.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
If you served, you may qualify for VA healthcare, even if you were denied before. New rules recognize burn pit and toxic exposure claims. We can help you apply, understand benefits, and access the care you've earned. Let us help protect your health. Today and for the future, contact us to see how we can help. Williams County Veterans Service Office. Veterans serving veterans.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
And we are back at halftime. 28-21, Fairview leads Maumee. Game 1 of the Girls Holiday Classic here at Bryan High School. Brian Arnold and Cooper Beltran with you tonight. So, Coop, let's talk a little bit here. That first half, in a couple of the breaks we've talked about, we're kind of surprised it's a 7-point ball game. Fairview looked like the much better team earlier, better energy. And then Maumee righted the ship, and they've got themselves back in it.
Yeah, I think part of that is those fouls. I think Fairview getting in foul trouble is kind of altering how they're thinking about it, and they seem to be just as aggressive, but maybe not reaching, and maybe have to put some girls in that usually wouldn't play as much as they are. And Maumee, I think, is taking advantage of their opportunities.
We'll see. We'll see how much Fairview feels like they can really stretch their depth. Samantha Kuhlman came back on with 2 fouls and then picked up a third on that 3-point shot by Taylor Smith. And Samantha Kuhlman seems like the kind of player you may not have a lot of luck getting her to change the way she plays.
Yeah, she's
got one way to go, and it's
back.
go, go, go.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not sure how much you can change her. And really, you said it early too. That's the way Fairview looks like they want to play. They want to extend that man-to-man out. They want to put a ton of pressure on the ball, but you're small, and you got a bunch of guards out there. So if you're Coach Zedike, early on you're playing exactly the way you wanted. If you get your defense stretched all the way out, get way beyond the 3-point line, make them very uncomfortable so they can't run a half court, let's pound it down low, find the big kind of ball game, and then turn them over and get run-outs. And Fairview had all of that going early. It looked like they were cruising when they got it to 15. And then Smith hit the 3, got fouled, didn't turn it into the 4-point play, but then picked it was either Heisler or Moninger's pocket at half court, made the layup. So they got a quick 5 points, and it went from 15 to 10. And then from there, Maumee, you could see, kind of got a little momentum, and they started to feel a little better about themselves.
I think out of that zone, too, they switched up. They were in kind of a 1-2-2 matchup, 2-3, and then they kind of fell back into a traditional 2-3, and then they were in a 1-3-1. So I think Fairview getting multiple things thrown at them. I mean, you got to be able to adjust.
Yeah, and you could see Fairview went to having a high post player against the zone.
Yep.
So Maumee's adjustment was to bring in Nye off the bench, the 5'9" post player. Lily Nye came in, and she did a pretty good job. Her and Smith both poked away a couple of passes on potential entries. Got some turnovers out of Fairview like we talked about before. And then all of a sudden things were looking better for them. And again, I really think it was a lot of that, like, in their head.
Yeah.
Like, all of a sudden they're thinking, okay, it's not so bad. We've chipped away. You said it. I'm not so sure I'd want to be in the Fairview locker room right now as opposed to Maumee. Maumee goes in feeling good about themselves, about where they were to where they are now. Coach Zedike's not happy about a couple of those turnovers. He's got 3 girls maybe with 2 fouls. He's got 1 girl with 3 fouls. Is that going to change the way they play, or is the expectation just going to be that they continue to play that aggressive hands-on defense?
Keep your hands off, though.
And they hope that they don't get whistles. It'll be interesting to see how things go here in the second half. So let's talk a little bit of adjustments here then. So let's say you are Coach Zedike. What are you doing differently, or what are you trying to emphasize at halftime?
I think offensively, I think when they had 4 out, 1 in, I think when they could get it swung around, quick, straight line passes, I think they were getting good looks. And I think it's when they tried to go that high-low, they tried to force some into the high post, and they're just losing it. And you can put an emphasis on the high post. You want to get it kicked. But if that's covered, you have to make the other pass. You can't just force it in there.
Yeah, and maybe if they are able to use that, and I really like the one we talked about, the entry pass from Moninger to Heisler from the top of the key. Ball movement for them, once they could catch Maumee and being slow in the rotation, seemed like they got a lot of open looks.
They kind of stalled out, especially when they went to that high-low, and it was just kind of back and forth on the free throw line, and they just kind of take a dribble, try to get it in, and that's when they caused most of their turnovers.
So if you're Coach Zedike, what are you talking to the troops about in the locker room right now?
I mean, you got to limit turnovers. You got to limit the fouls, especially. Keeping your starters in the game and letting them play kind of aggressive as they want, especially as this game gets near the end, and keep attacking on the offensive glass. And I think that's where I mean, that's where this lead is right now. So I think that's been huge for them, and they've been doing good on the defensive glass and keeping the effort up.
And I think you're right. I think turnovers were probably the thing that swung that as much as anything else. Got to be happy with holding a team to 21 points, but turning it over and not getting shots to end possessions caused Fairview a lot of issues. So we'll come back here. We're going to take one more quick break at halftime. Fairview leads by 7. Teams are working their way back out onto the floor. We'll be back after this last break at halftime on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
From the first whistle to the final buzzer, life is filled with moments that shape us. Moments of victory, of challenge, of community. At Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we're honored to stand by families through every season of life. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, family owned, family focused.
Allie Held Herman is a 2004 Bryan graduate and former Lady Bear basketball player. Allie tragically passed away in 2021, but she saved the lives of many others through organ donation. Allie's family encourages you to be an organ, eye, and tissue donor.
Our mom gave the gift of life. She is a hero. We love you, Mom.
Back at halftime at Bryan High School. Reminder that today's game is brought to you by the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Veteran Services of Williams County, Andrews O'Neill and Lowe, Baldy's Furniture, Stark's Plumbing and Heating, and Thiel Supply Center. We do have a few scores from around the area here. We've got a boys final in overtime. Ottawa Hills defeated Delta 53-48. North Central defeated Fayette 67-60. And at the half, Anthony Wayne leads Evergreen 33-23. I don't know that it's surprising to me that Evergreen's trailing Anthony Wayne, but the score is a little bit.
I'm surprised they only have 23 points.
Evergreen's been scoring like crazy, so I think Anthony Wayne has either been able to really control pace and slow it down, probably the case, or really, really good defensively, but some combo there, they've been able to figure out the Vikings in that high-scoring offense. No one covers William County sports like 100.9 B-Rock. Follow the Golden Bears all season long on Q96.5. Listen on air or online at WBNO-WQCT.com. So 20 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be Fairview's ball to start the half with their 7-point lead. Second half action here in the Girls Holiday Classic, sponsored by BSN. On the floor for Fairview is Hammer with her 2 fouls, Kuhlman with her 3 fouls. And then the freshmen, Moninger and Heisler, are both on the floor. And so is Salyers, who has 2 fouls for Fairview.
He's up in the pressure now.
Yancey, Smith, Hurt, Pyle, and Jordan. Starters in for Maumee as Hammer makes a runner here to start the half. Leading scorer, like I said, comes in averaging 11, now has 9 for Fairview and gets that lead back up to 9.
Looks like they kind of flip-flopped here. Maumee went into a man, and Fairview went into a zone press.
Long skip pass to Taryn Pyle, and Taryn Pyle buries another 3. I believe she's hit both she's taken. And then 9 points now for the sophomore guard for Maumee. And it's a 6-point game. Traded 2 for a 3. A nice pick-and-roll action by Fairview. Salyers set the screen. And I believe that was Hammer that found her on the roll for an easy layup for Salyers. And now she's got 6 over her average. Ball finds Pyle again. She attacks, finds Smith. Smith's 3 is up, off front iron. Ball finds Hurt. Offensive rebound. Then Pyle gets the rebound, and then you're going to get a tough luck foul, I think, there for Brianna Moninger. She just got a little bit of a hip check as Pyle came out of there with the offensive rebound.
Yep. Maumee's gone to a man defense now, and looks like Fairview's gone, or they're back to man now out of that.
Nice inbounds play for Maumee. I think Hurt thought she might have gotten a little bit of contact there. I might agree with her. Didn't go. Kuhlman pushes length of the court. She can't get the runner high off glass to go. Rebound to Hurt for Maumee, and now Pyle will push. She gets it ahead to Mila Jordan. Jordan draws a lot of company. Yancey with the swing to Smith, right corner in front of her bench. Jordan, right block. Nice left-handed move, and then finishes off glass. Mila Jordan. Good find from Smith. Nice finish by Jordan, and it's a 6-point game again. 32-26 Fairview leads, but Fairview quickly right back at him. Good push ahead. Hammer to Heisler. Heisler attacks, makes a layup. She's got 7. 34-26, about 2 minutes into the third quarter on the main stop scoreboard. Fairview with the lead.
Fairview's matched back up now.
Smith with a crossover up top. Lost Kuhlman for a second. Her three's too long. Ball gets poked around, ends up in Kuhlman's hands, and she looks to run.
Someone's got to stop ball here.
Kuhlman works against Smith. Flips it to Heisler, gets it in the lane, running one-hander with the right hand, rattles around, comes out into the hands of Taylor Smith from Maumee. She pushes to half court. Drew a little bit of attention there. Loses the handle. Kuhlman's got it. Finds Heisler. Tries to get it to Hammer, but that gets poked away by Taryn Pyle. She gets Moninger turned around and then finishes off glass with a left hand. Really nice play by the sophomore guard from Maumee.
Had her turning every which way.
Really nice decision by her. Pushed hard, and then she knew the defender was backpedaling. A good decision by her to get her to spin one more time, finish off glass. Chance for a traditional three-point play here at the Welling Construction free throw line. Pyle has 11. I have no idea what anybody from Maumee averages because Coach didn't answer with any stats. But she has looked really good. 12 now for her, leading the way for the Panthers. And the lead is 5 again.
They're going to stay matched up here. Kind of been getting beat, almost out-athleted.
High handoff weave for Fairview against man-to-man. Deep three for Hammer. Back iron won't go. Rebound down to Hurt. And that's going to be a jump ball. Sawyer's got her hands on it, tied her up. Jump ball will go to Maumee. So Maumee a chance to cut into this 5-point lead now. Taylor Smith will bring it up the floor. Smith against Kuhlman. I could just put that on repeat. That's been most of the evening on that side of the court. Hurt picks her dribble up, gets herself in trouble. Gets bailed out by her teammate. Mila Jordan pokes it away. Back to Hurt. Hurt one-hand pass into Jordan. Ball hit every part of the rim and fell in. 34-31. The lead is 3 with 4:46 left here in the third. Kind of like the way Maumee's come out of the gate.
Yeah.
Made some adjustments, and I think they've kind of given themselves some more energy coming out playing this high man-to-man, doing to Fairview what Fairview did to them early.
You know, if you're Fairview, you're Coach Zedike, you're probably scheming out for the 1-3-1 for the 2-3, and they come out and they're just in matchup man-to-man.
Then we got another nickel dimer up top. Taylor Smith is going to get her second foul. First of the quarter. 4:24 left in the third quarter. 34-31. Fairview leads. It's a tight one, but I'd say that's the way the whistle's been tonight. It's been called consistent, so you can't complain about that. Kuhlman works against Smith, poked away by Jordan. Smith on the floor. We got a timeout called by Maumee. Coach Curran saves that turnover, so Fairview turns it over. Maumee will have the ball. Maumee gets the timeout. They're taking a 30 seconds, so we'll stay here with them. So, Coop, what are you seeing so far here in the third quarter?
I mean, it looked like Fairview came out. They wanted to press, kind of zone, try to throw Maumee off guard, but they did a good job beating it down the court. And I think they found the inside near the beginning of this quarter, and that was big for them, and found it again just now to cut it down to 3. And if you're Fairview, you just got to control the ball. I mean, Maumee came back, went out of the zone, and came up and played man-to-man, made them handle it, and right now they're not really.
No, and I like that change in defense by Maumee. It's almost like it picked their energy up on both ends. And then Taryn Pyle, 5'4", sophomore guard, has 12 points, and she's got 5 coming right out of the gate, showing a little bit of a flash there, giving a good spark for the Panthers. Fairview leads by 3. Clock almost at 4 in the third quarter as Maumee gets it into the front court and works against the Fairview man-to-man. Salyers with some great energy right there. Taps it away, finds Hammer. Hammer's going to be able to finish with a layup.
Pinball there.
Fairview returns the favor. Maumee turns it over. Fairview gets the run out. 11 points now for Aubrey Hammer. Great play by Lorelei Salyers. And there's Kuhlman again. Pokes it away from Smith. She'll get the run out. Can't get the layup to go. Hammer's there for the rebound. She tries it from the baseline, knocks it down. So 4 quick points. 3-point lead goes to 7.
For Maumee, you just got to keep your head in it here. Keep attacking.
2 tough turnovers at half court turned into 4 points by Fairview. Smith works against Kuhlman again. Crosses her over. Tries to get it through some traffic. Ball gets poked away by Fairview. Kuhlman to Hammer. Hammer finishes off glass and draws some contact.
Well,
great response if you are Fairview. Great response to that game. Getting to 3. Maumee gets the steal, calls the timeout, saves the possession, and since then, 6 straight for Fairview.
Yep.
And now Hammer with a chance to get a 3-point play out of this.
And they're back to running down that court. I think it's big for them to be able to do that and not just sit in the half court.
And that free throw is good, getting Aubrey Hammer to 16 tonight, and the lead's back to 10. All of a sudden goes from 3 to 10 just like that, 41-31. Probably less than a minute and a half on the game clock for that 7-0 spurt by Fairview. Hurt through traffic. Good bounce pass to Jordan. Jordan can't find the handle. Fairview gets it. Heisler got it, and then she gets tied up by Jordan. Jump ball called. It'll go to Fairview.
Maumee's going to come up and pressure here.
Maumee shows some full court man. Hammer's got it now, working against Pyle. Gets it quickly up to Mavis, who's checked in. Mavis turns a corner. Runner to the rim. Can't get it to go, but she gets fouled and is going to get 2 free throws. Ooh. She gets fouled by number 30, Lyric Pratt, her second, team's third. Just under 3 minutes left here in the third quarter of Game 1 of the Girls Holiday Classic. First free throw for Mavis is short. Moninger will check back in for Salyers.
Right now, Fairview just beating him to the basket. I wouldn't be too opposed if I was Maumee to getting back into that zone.
Yeah, neither team's super deep. Fairview, I think, has been playing mainly those 7. Maumee's just playing their 7. It's kind of the story of girls basketball. It's not all that different with boys basketball. Just some short benches, people trying to manage things with a little less bench. Second free throw was good. 42-31 lead for Fairview now. Jordan works left-hand baseline. Ball just taken away by Zedike, checked in for Fairview.
They're going to push it
Great
here.
help defense there by the senior. Hammer's pass split the players, and then back to Hammer. Finds her three-pointer is good, and Aubrey Hammer continues her big offensive night. 19 now for the senior. Hits another 3. I believe she's got 3 threes tonight.
It's an 11-point run here.
Picks it up at the top. Hurt now's got it. Step back 3 from Hurt. Left side is short.
They're pushing
Fairview's
again.
got it. Moninger grabs it. Went a little faster than the ball wanted to go with her. Good bounce pass to Sammy Mavis, though, and Sammy Mavis will finish. Sammy Mavis now in double digits. Comes in averaging 5. She's at 11. Been the beneficiary of some great passes. Speaking of, there's Smith to Jordan. Nice bounce pass. They've tried it 3 times.
Yep.
They finally found Jordan.
Got it that time.
They needed a 16-point lead. It was 34-31 with about 4.5 left. And in the last 2.5, 2:45, this has gone from a 3-point lead to a 16-point lead for Fairview, just like that. First free throw for Jordan to stop the bleeding is good. Miley Jordan's got 7 now for Maumee. Second Welling Construction free throw ready to come. And that one is true as well. So 2 points. Maumee needs way more than that, but they needed something to stop the bleeding, and Jordan is now at 8.
Starts with a stop here.
There's a deflection out of bounds off of Jordan. Fairview will keep it. And Maumee doesn't have a choice. They need to continue to try to extend this pressure out as far as they can and force turnovers all the time. Moninger up top working against Jordan. Hands back to Hammer. Hammer guarded by Pyle. Ball swung to Zedike in front of her own bench. Works against Smith. Spin dribble back to her left. Heisler works against Nye. Kick to Mavis to Hammer around the horn. Finds Zedike left corner 3, no good. Rebound comes down to Heisler. Ball moved really quickly. Sammy Mavis able to get a handle on it. And then her pass, she tries to get one to Heisler on the opposite block, gets poked out of bounds by Maumee, so Fairview can reset their offense. 1:16 left in the third, 47-33, 14-point lead here for the Apaches. Moninger inbounds to Hammer, sets up in the post, and that just gets thrown away, picked off by Nye. Fairview turnover. Smith works a crossover up top against Zedike, finds Hurt. Back to Smith, now Nye up high with the ball in her pink shoes. Swings for Smith, who worked off that baseline screen, stuck underneath the basket.
Good pass.
Nice find to Jordan. Back out to Hurt. Hurt steps through the paint. Nice feet. A little strong with the layup. Comes off to Moninger to Heisler. Heisler with a left-handed run out. Good finish off glass for the freshman. She's at 9, leads at 16, and we are under just about at 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. Maumee in the half-court offense. Hurt swings to Jordan. Reversal taken away.
And a 5 outlook here.
Hurt finds Pyle. Pyle made that big run early, and she's been quiet since. She's going to attack. She heard me. She didn't like that. Off back iron. Gets it right back in her own hands. Finishes off glass. So Taryn Pyle finishes. She's got 14 now for Maumee. Ooh, good look ahead there. Moninger saw her teammate, but about a half a second too late, decided to pick it up and throw it. Gave Nye time to rotate on the backside. She tipped it away.
Just hammered down on that block.
So we got 1.5 seconds left here. Fairview's going to take a full timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back here for the last play of the third quarter.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
This community is more than a place. It's where we celebrate victories and where we lean on one another in times of loss. At Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we're proud to be rooted here, serving with care and compassion when it matters most. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, family owned, family focused.
Life's daily battles are not meant to be fought alone.
Cloud, you okay?
Because checking in on a friend can create a safe space. Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Seize the awkward. It's totally worth it.
Fairview takes a full timeout with 1.5 on the clock. They lead by 14. Coach Zedek wants to see something here at the end of the quarter for an out-of-bounds play. Set up in a box set underneath their own basket. Aubrey Hammer will inbound. Screen set at the elbow. Sammy Mavis, and there it is. Sammy Mavis is living off of inbounds plays. They got everybody's eyes moving to the screen at the elbow, and Sammy Mavis just turned around right above the block. Hamer found her. She buried it. 13 for Mavis, 16-point lead for Fairview. And we're going to go to the fourth quarter here of the first game of the Girls Holiday Classic with Fairview leading 51-35 on the main stop scoreboard. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the final quarter of Game 1.
Discover great job skills training at Northwest State. With over 50 different programs available, there is something for everyone. Providing hands-on training and education is the community college advantage.
Trust is built when we know someone has our back, on the field, in the stands, and in life. At Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we're more than a service provider. We're neighbors and friends. For generations, families have trusted us to care for their loved ones with compassion and dignity.
All right, fourth quarter action starting. Maumee basketball. They trail by 16. Fairview with a great response. Maumee got it within 3 points in the third quarter. We're making a really big run at them. They doing some good things offensively, but really causing trouble for Fairview. And then Fairview responded with 16 straight points, and it's been that margin or bigger since.
They got back to running down the court and pushing transition, and that's where they've been making their money.
Boy, and then Heisler right down the lane, no opposition whatsoever. Finishes with the left hand off glass. 3 players in double figures now for Fairview as Heisler gets to 11. Sammy Mavis has 13, coming in averaging 5. And then Aubrey Hammer, the leading scorer, comes in averaging 11, and she's got 19. So a lot of good production tonight by Fairview. Smith, nice find of Jordan.
Backside block again.
On the backside. She gets the bucket to go, and she's going to go to the free throw line. Foul on Aubrey Hammer. That'll be her first of the quarter. 53-37. Fairview leads by 16. 36 seconds here into the fourth quarter. Mila Jordan at the line for Maumee, and she hits another free throw. That gets her to 11. 2 players in double digits for Maumee as well. Taryn Pyle, sophomore guard, has 14, and then Mila Jordan, a junior, she's at 11. Maumee's going to stay with that full court pressure. They need to make a run. If they're going to do something, it's going to have to happen here in the first 2 or 3 minutes of the quarter when they have some time. Inbound to Kuhlman. Maumee tried to chase from behind, a little bit of a run and jump. Good bounce pass. Good ball movement by Fairview to the middle, to the corner. Kuhlman, good cut right there found by Salyers. And then on the rebound, Hurt gets the rebound. She draws a lot of attention, gets tied up by Fairview. That's going to be a jump ball, so it'll stay down here with Fairview.
Down 15, you got to get those rebounds, no second chances.
Maumee went to zone against the inbound there to try to take away the easy bucket. They do force a turnover. And Taryn Pyle with the run out gets a layup, right hand off glass, and we're going to get a timeout by Maumee. They want to take a full timeout. We'll stay here. Timeouts again brought to you tonight by S&S Directional Boring. When it comes to your home or farm, make the smart play. From new main water and sewer lines to field drainage, S&S Directional Boring keeps things flowing underground so you can take your time out in peace. S&S does it right the first time. Call 419-630-0729 today. Good little flash right there, 13 points. We kind of said it there at the beginning. If something's going to happen for Maumee, it's got to happen in the next couple of minutes.
Yep.
It's almost like we talked about at the half. You wanted to get it to single digits. You got to do better than that in the fourth quarter of the game. But if you want to have a chance, get Fairview maybe doubting a little bit, maybe get a little pressure on them, get your girls believing. If you can cut this to single digits, get it down again to 6 or 7.
Kind of do what you did
find a way.
In the second quarter.
If you can find a way to get it to that, then those shots aren't quite as easy. Now those fouls mean a little bit more when they happen. So they've got to find a way to make something like that and make that run happen right away.
Get your own momentum up, too, and kind of just believe.
It looked early like they might just get run out of the gym. I think it was 18-9 after one. Double-digit lead most of that
17.
first half. Yeah. And then they made that good run. Got it to 7, had a chance to get it to 6 at the half. They've been as close as 3. So I've been impressed with the resiliency and the comeback from them. Just a matter of whether they can finish now. Fairview inbounds. Moninger got it to Mavis, but just about threw that away. And then Salyer's pass to Mavis does get fumbled by Mavis. And Pratt picks that one up. Lyric Pratt picks that up for Maumee. She got tied up by Mavis, but the jump ball will go to Maumee. So they do force a turnover. Now they got to find first quick shot they can in their offense. Be aggressive offensively as Smith picks it up out top, hands to Hurt. She works around Moninger. Runner in the lane. She's fouled. Couldn't get it to go off back iron, but she will go to the line to shoot 2. 3-point play would have been huge there for Maumee. First foul on Sammy Mavis, second of the quarter for Fairview. Reagan Hurt at the line. Her first free throw is good. 4 points now for the junior.
Last time they pressed down, Fairview kind of got sped up. They were kind of just trying to get it down, looking for a layup or something.
Second free throw is good, and Maumee can get into their pressure now.
They just got to handle it.
11-point lead for Fairview. Ball gets in. Fairview picked up their dribble. Aubrey Hammer just trying to gather it and get under control. Picked up her dribble. Tied up by Hurt. The jump ball goes to Fairview. Next one will be to Maumee.
Looking deep, got tipped.
Oh, nice tip ahead by Sammy Mavis. And a nice left-handed finish by Samantha Kuhlman. Moninger threw it over the top of the press. Just about got picked, but Mavis tipped it up to Kuhlman. She finished off glass. A good run out there. Nice job by Fairview to break that pressure. Crossover behind the back and a great feed.
Another foul.
That was really nice work out there by senior Taylor Smith. Has been, she didn't do anything fancy. She's not an and-one player. She doesn't do a whole lot of things, but she's quick with her crossover. And she does a pretty good job of setting things up defensively. She's lost the handle a couple of times, but she's also been really good at breaking down the defender at the top of the key and then finding her teammate.
Kuhlman's gotten her a few times, but I think she's done a good job kind of handling it as the game's going on.
Miley Jordan's first free throw is no good. First miss of the night at the line for her. 55-42. Still 6:16 left in the ball game. 3 fouls on Fairview, so they got one more, and then Maumee's shooting the rest of the way out, so that could be a factor. Scoring points with the clock not running. Because Jordan gets that second one to go.
Kind of thought that'd be bigger from the first half, but Fairview's been doing a good job limiting.
Hammer gets the inbound to Mavis, right back to Hammer. Hammer to Heisler, now Heisler to Mavis in the middle, and the ball just moves quick. If you're going to press Fairview, you need to know that they're going to move it quickly. You don't have time to stand.
Coach Zedek wants to keep it up top.
Yeah, every possession he'd like to see him burn about 30 seconds or so. Shorten this game now in the fourth quarter, every possession when you get a chance.
Yep.
Hammer now up
making him
top,
come out and
Coolman
play.
all the way at the half-court line in front of the scorer's table. Pressured by Pyle. Ball gets poked away by Pyle.
Got it.
Maumee finally chases it down. Pratt in the backcourt. Tried to step through some Fairview defense and gets called for the double dribble. So forced the turnover, right back with a turnover.
Yep.
But I like the way Maumee's playing. They're not giving up, still playing extremely hard. Good intensity on defense. Yep. Inbounds play gets back to Hammer, almost on the sideline, on the far side. Coolman now works against Hurt. Pyle working now against Hammer up top. Yep, and you can see Fairview now just happy to kind of dribble the air out of the ball.
Stall ball.
Kill as much time every possession that they can. Coolman gets it, picks up her dribble, gets out of a trap. Heisler attacks into the paint, finds Salyers, 15-footer on the baseline, knocks it down.
I mean, if you're Maumee, you got to get out. You have 4 to give at this point.
And then Hurt tries to throw a baseball pass to Jordan at half court. Ball gets picked off. So Fairview's got it again, up 14, and then a foul by Pratt. 4:54 on the clock. Again, still a lot of time left.
Yep.
But this game is going to get short. If Fairview's able to just dribble the air out of the ball in these half-court possessions, they're going to shorten the game up pretty quickly. Fairview gets it inbounded.
Yep.
And again, Sammy Mavis has been living on the right side tonight. Another bucket for Sammy Mavis, 15. Good find by Salyers after she attacked. Smith works.
Good Euro.
Little Euro step around. Can't get the left hand to go, but Jordan grabs a rebound. And then her pass up top gets picked off by Heisler. Heisler about gets it poked away, but instead gets fouled by Taylor Smith.
Kind of getting away from him here.
Her third, second on Maumee for the quarter. 4.5 left in the ball game. Inbounds pass to Coolman. She dribbles around Hurt. And now Maumee will match up. Fairview happy to dribble it back out to half court. Again, work some time. And there's a turnover again, turnover and a foul. So that's Fairview's last one they can give, and that'll be Coolman's fourth. So lost a handle over there. Ball ended up in Smith's hands, and then she tried to poke it away and wrapped her up instead.
Yep, she's had a few unforced ones, kind of just dribbling it out.
She's not happy with herself. She'll come out with that fourth foul. Moninger checks back in for Fairview. Hammer, Heisler, Mavis, Salyers, and Moninger on the floor for Coach Zedek. Smith stops, pops a 17-footer, but leaves it short. Hurt tried to poke it to keep it on this end, but the ball goes to Moninger. Smith tries to draw a charge, instead gets called for a block in the backcourt. That's going to be 4 on her.
Didn't quite get all the way in front there.
A good idea.
Yep.
A heady play by the senior trying to step in front of the freshman, just not able to get all the way to the sideline to take that away.
Yep.
Moninger again and bringing it across the timeline, and Fairview again is going to be happy to stall things. Hammer with the handoff. High ball weave here, and just about another turnover by Fairview. Oh, and then a timeout is awarded to Fairview. I'm not sure they had the basketball. Sure looked like Pratt had a lot more of that basketball than Fairview did. Get a full timeout here. We'll take it with them. We'll be back on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Discover top quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
If you served, you may qualify for VA healthcare, even if you were denied before. New rules recognize burn pit and toxic exposure claims. We can help you apply, understand benefits, and access the care you've earned. Let us help protect your health. Today and for the future, contact us to see how we can help. Williams County Veterans Service Office. Veterans serving veterans.
All right, back for the final 3:50 here from Bryan High School. Fairview and Maumee in the opening game of the Girls Holiday Classic. Fairview with a 16-point lead, 59-43. A turnover again by Fairview, and then we're going to get a whistle on Nevaeh Heisler. She was trying to dive to get that ball. They're going to call a foul on her. So Maumee, chance to get a couple points here. The clock not running. Every foul by Fairview. The rest of the way out will put Maumee on the line. Maumee's got one more foul to give, and then Fairview will be shooting.
Yep. You know, we'll see how these free throws go. I don't want to jinx anyone, but they did have a wide-open layup kind of coming down. Maybe not the worst foul.
First free throw by Lyric Pratt is up and good.
You can just sink both of them. It doesn't even matter.
Then it doesn't matter. You're right, though. That did save a wide-open layup. 5'5" junior looks at her second free throw from the Welling Construction free throw line, and it's good also. Maumee has shot the ball well from the free throw line. Inbound to Aubrey Hammer. She's working against Pyle. Picks it up in the backcourt, finds Mavis. Mavis loses the handle. Pratt's got it. Ahead to Smith, to Hurt. Hurt with the left hand, can't get it to go. Jordan with a nice hustle. She can't get the follow to go. Maumee misses a couple of chippies underneath the basket. Fairview with the ball again, up ahead to Hammer.
There you go.
To Heisler. Heisler with the right hand. Good ball movement again by the Apaches to get the ball up the floor and stretch this lead back out to 16. Stop and pop for Hurt in front of her own bench. Long off back iron, the hustle for the ball. Good job right there by Reagan Hurt.
Yep.
Heisler lost a check out there. Both of them were hustling for the ball, and then nice job by Hurt just getting on the floor, tying that up. Jump ball goes to Maumee, so they'll keep their possession. Lob in to Hurt. Steps through traffic with the left hand. Nice job stepping around. I've been impressed with some individual moves. Both teams have shown really.
I think early on, if they would have kind of used these moves a little bit better, wouldn't have gotten themselves in as deep of a hole.
Yeah. I agree. I think they just got buried so deep early. It's been nothing but trying to fight their way out of that hole the entire game. You take that first quarter away, that 18-9 first quarter, and a quick run at them in the second, and they played them relatively even from there. Second Welling Construction free throw is good. Hurt missed the first, made the second. Still a 15-point lead for Fairview. 3 minutes even on the clock. Moninger inbounds, gets the ball back from Salyers. The freshman is asked to do a lot.
Yep.
Sammy Mavis goes to the rack on the right side. Can't get it to go, but gets her own rebound. Up top to Hammer, to Salyers. And the weave offense here that Fairview is trying to use to burn as much clock as they can. Ball fakes and attack and kick. Heisler kick to Salyers in the corner. Now back up to top to Hammer. And she's going to draw contact from Pyle. Maumee's got one more to give before Fairview will shoot, and both teams will be in the bonus. Addie Zedike is going to check in for Lorelei Salyers. So that's Zedike, Mavis, Moninger, Heisler, and Hammer on the floor for the Apaches. Hammer's got it up top. Pyle fouls Hammer again. That'll be her third, and Fairview will be shooting now. Smith, Pyle, Pratt, Hurt, and Jordan on the floor for Maumee. Aubrey Hammer goes to the Welling Construction free throw line. Welling Construction, third generation family-owned general contractors for quality custom homes, renovation projects, and commercial work. Contact us at 419-636-3712. And Aubrey Hammer has had a really nice ball game. That's her 20th point on that first free throw. Second free throw is up and good also. 21 for the senior with 3 threes. And good activity on the defensive end also as Smith works against Heisler. Stop and pop. Misses a little bit of everything on the left side. Rebound down to Heisler. Poked away by Jordan from behind. Good activity again by Mila Jordan. She got it to Pyle, who got it back to Smith. Pyle gets a rebound off the missed three by Smith. Puts it back in. 18 now for the sophomore guard for Maumee. Taryn Pyle. Hurt tries to poke it away from Hammer in the backcourt. She fouls. Hammer will go back to the Welling Construction free throw line. Minute 51 on the clock. 63-48, a 15-point lead for Fairview. A couple of subs ready to check in for both squads. I think both coaches are satisfied that their kids have done everything they can do in this ball game.
Yep.
Hammer's first free throw is up and good. We get our subs here. Kuhlman will check back in for Fairview. And she's joined by number 14, Lily Zedike, the freshman. And number 10, Olivia Schindler, will check in for Coach Zedike's crew. On the floor now for Maumee is Penny Farley, Lily Nye, Miriam Findling, Alyssa Drake, and Haley Jaquay. Nye has it up high for Maumee, gets poked away by Kuhlman, of course.
Of course.
Maumee stuck at the top of the key, reversal in front of their own bench. Ball gets poked away and stolen by Samantha Kuhlman. She'll push, run all the way left hand, scoop off glass. Good finish there by Kuhlman. Junior comes in averaging 11. Another layup for her off of the turnover. Stop and pop, 15-footer for Maumee won't go. Saved by Nye, but grabbed by Kuhlman. About a minute left on the clock now for Fairview. And their 19-point lead, they've stretched this out. Impressed by both Maumee's resilience to keep fighting back, and the way Fairview's answered.
Yeah.
Fairview's answered with great defense, but I think even better offensive. They've shot the ball extremely well tonight. If we had a shot chart, they've shot a ton of free throws, but their shooting percentage is going to look pretty good. It's a 15-foot jumper from the right side by Drake. Doesn't go for Maumee. Kuhlman out with the ball again. Baseball pass to Aubrey Hammer. Nice job. Teammate Lily Zedike, the freshman, involved. And she doesn't make the bucket, but she will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, I mean, Maumee, the way they fought back multiple times to kind of keep it close, and Fairview just being able to continuously get back up and punch right back.
Impressed by that right there, as Zedike's first free throw is no good. Aubrey Hammer sits at 23 points, had easy 24 and 25 with a layup right there, but did a really good thing as a senior. Tried to get the freshman a bucket late in a ball game. Got her free throws, and she'll get her second one. So Lily Zedike is in the scorebook with a free throw, and that's a 20-point lead now for Fairview. Under 30 seconds left here as Maumee works in the half court. Farley with the ball, picks up her dribble, poked away by the senior Zedike. Scramble for the ball. Alyssa Drake's got it, poked away by Kuhlman. Kuhlman's going to run ahead. Left-handed layup is good for Kuhlman. And that probably should get us to the end. 5 seconds left on the main stop scoreboard. 70-48. Fairview's going to win the first game of the Girls Holiday Classic 2025 in big fashion. 70-48 over Maumee. Maumee had cut it to 34-31 in the third quarter. And from that point, Fairview exploded 36-17 to finish the ball game out. A lot of great defense, a lot of good runouts, a lot of layups by the Fairview Apaches. Fairview now awaits to see who wins Game 2. They will be in the finals tomorrow night, second game of the varsity edition of the Holiday Classic. Lady Bears and Toledo Bowsher. We have 15 minutes on the game clock. We're going to take a quick break, get ourselves recalibrated, and be ready to bring you Game 2 of the varsity edition of the Girls Holiday Classic here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Here in Williams County, we believe that no veteran should feel forgotten. Our Veteran Service Office is here to serve, helping with VA claims, pensions, healthcare enrollment, and so much more. We're veterans serving veterans with dignity, honor, and respect. Reach out to us today to see how we can help, because the only veteran we can assist is the one that doesn't contact us.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan-Built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan-Built.
Back here between games at the Bryan Girls Holiday Classic, brought to you by BSN, Brian Arnold and Cooper Beltran. We just watched Fairview defeat Maumee in the first game, 70-48. Some really good individual performances by Fairview. 23 points from Aubrey Hammer, double digits from Sammy Mavis and from Nevaeh Heisler. Fairview looked pretty good in that first game, Coop.
Yeah, I think they won that game on defense. Being able to run out and get wide open layups. Maumee went down early, went down 17 at one point, and then came back and cut it. It was a 3. And then Fairview went on another one of their runs in the second half and just kind of shut them back down the rest of the game.
Well, this is a reminder that today's games are brought to you by the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Veteran Services of Williams County, Andrews O'Neill and Lowe, Baldy's Furniture, Stark's Plumbing and Heating, and Thiel Supply Center. So now we change. We're getting ready here for our second game. Bryan Lady Bears and Toledo Bowsher. The last time these two played, it was not a very pretty outcome. So we're going to see if the Lady Bears, coming off a really tough loss at Genoa last Monday night, Bears did not show up and play very well. Toledo Bowsher doesn't have a very good record, but boy, have they played some tough teams. They've got Afrin Centric on there. They've got Central Catholic on there. They've seen some people. So we'll see what we get in this second ball game. We're going to take another break here on the Golden Bear Sports Network. We'll be back to talk about this second game here from Bryan.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today. This community is more than a place. It's where we celebrate victories and where we lean on one another in times of loss. At Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we're proud to be rooted here, serving with care and compassion when it matters most. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, family owned, family focused.
The historic Bryan Arts and Education building is being renovated for the next generation, transforming it into a welcoming, accessible space where performances and events can be comfortably enjoyed. The $6.2 million project adds lobby and backstage space, new seating, lights and sound system, accessibility, and additional parking. Because here in Bryan, art connects us. Your support, big or small, makes a lasting impact, inspiring generations to come. Donate and learn more at bryanarts.org.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan-Built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan-Built.
Fallen on hard times? At the Williams County Veteran Service Office, we're here when life gets tough. We provide emergency financial assistance for housing, food, and utilities, plus transportation to VA medical appointments. Whether you need help today or just someone who understands, we're ready to serve. Please reach out to see what we can do for you, because the only veteran we can't assist is the one that doesn't contact us.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
All right, well, welcome back to Bryan High School. Brian Arnold and Cooper Beltran here to bring you the second game of tonight's Varsity Girls Holiday Classic, brought to you by BSN. The Bryan Lady Bears and Toledo Bowsher are renewing a series that started last year and didn't go very well for the Lady Bears. It's the Bryan Athletic Boosters countdown to tip-off. The last meeting last year between these two happened in the same exact place. Bowsher and Bryan met in the Holiday Classic, and Toledo Bowsher took it to the Lady Bears 75-40. So in the second meeting, the Lady Bears looking to play a lot better. Not only get that taste out of their mouth, but also last Monday's game at Genoa, where the Lady Bears just did not play very well. So let's meet our visitors from Bowsher, look at some information on this group that comes in tonight to face the Lady Bears, led by Coach Tiffany Blackman in her third season at 29-24. She's got a senior, Aliyah Osei, who's her only returnee from last season. She's averaging a double-double of 12 and 11. But the Blue Racers do have a transfer in from Central Catholic, sophomore Azaria Tillman. She comes in averaging 6 and 5. And they've got a couple other seniors that'll see some time. Kamaya Draper averaging 6 and 6, and Raya Griffith, another senior that'll start for them. So they average about 36.5 points a game, giving up 46. But like I talked about, the Lady Blue Racers have played some big-time competition. Start Central Catholic. I believe Anthony Wayne was on there. Rogers. Start St. Vincent St. Mary's, Central Catholic, Whitmer, Afrocentric. I don't think anybody wants that schedule. So to say that they aren't a good team because they're 2-7 is probably not right. You see a common opponent there in Wauseon. They'd had no trouble with Toledo Woodward. I know at Southview's struggled a little bit this year, but boy, there's some big-time opponents on that schedule.
Yeah, some tough ones.
All right, so let's look at our Lady Bears and see how they've gotten to 5-4, 0-1 in the league under Coach Todd Groschine. Coach Groschin's 19th season, 372 and 204. Since the win at Defiance, the Bears have lost 2 in a row. And really, I think since the win against Edgerton, the Lady Bears have really been struggling to find their game. They played a really good basketball game here that night against Edgerton. And since then, they can just not find their groove. Had a little bit of illness in there and a little bit of a change in the lineup because of it. But the girls need to have back-to-back nights here at home where they find themselves again. Come in averaging offensively 43 points a game and allowing 44 points a game. So, again, I talked about that in the early game, about like what you'd expect out of a 500 team. 5-4 for the Lady Bears, pretty even on both those sides. You can see how they got to 5-4. Tough loss there to Archbold in that first league game. Boy, that was an interesting ball game.
It was.
31-30. And the next day, Archbold went to Napoleon, had to play a 1 o'clock game and lost to Napoleon for the first loss of the year. And then Lady Bears just did not play well at Genoa. Genoa is a really good team, very talented, and a real nice group of kids over there. But they just blitzed the Bears. The Bears didn't have an answer. So hopefully we'll find a way to recover a little bit tonight here against Bowsher.
Looking for a little bounce back.
Yeah, need a big time bounce back. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll meet tonight's officials, talk about the keys for both teams, and get ready for some action here in the second game of the Girls Holiday Classic.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
Here in Williams County, we believe that no veteran should feel forgotten. Our Veteran Service Office is here to serve, helping with VA claims, pensions, healthcare enrollment, and so much more. We're veterans serving veterans with dignity, honor, and respect. Reach out to us today to see how we can help, because the only veteran we can assist is the one that doesn't contact us.
Back at Bryan High School, it's the Bryan Athletic Boosters countdown to tip-off. So let's talk about the keys to the game tonight for both teams. Keys to the game brought to you by the Carlin Company Realty and Auctioneers, your hometown real estate company for over 45 years. They've consistently remained number one in Williams County and the surrounding area since 2007. Call us for all of your real estate needs. So get us started there, Coop. Let's talk about Bowsher and their keys to the game.
They're definitely going to want to limit those unforced turnovers. It's going to be big for them. Just kind of keeping those possessions going. They're also going to want to push the tempo. They're going to want to push the pace up the court and just finish at the rim and get it inside. They're big. And then defense, pressure the ball, and that's how you're going to be able to push that tempo pretty quick, is get forced turnovers on the other end.
All right, so let's look at the keys to the game on the other side there for the Lady Bears.
They need to take away the dribble penetration in the middle, and then rebounding is going to be big. Boxing out, they're bigger. You got to box out. You can't out-jump them. And then taking care of the basketball. That's going to be a big one, is taking care of your possessions and really valuing every single shot and possession you have.
And I will say, I mean, you talk about rebounding, and I agree 100%. I was really concerned last year that we weren't going to rebound at all. Mm-hmm. We were small last year. I mean, we didn't lose any senior. We lost one senior who came off the bench for limited minutes. So this is a squad we had last year, and I thought, boy, we're just going to get killed on the boards all the time. We did a great job of rebounding. We boxed out. We did a great job. And that has not carried over to this year.
Right.
And I know the coaches emphasize it. I know they work on it. Rebounding is all about want to. You can ask Charles Barkley, who rebounded at 6'5" in the NBA and could lead the NBA in rebounding. It was a whole lot of want to and getting your backside onto people. And I really don't think that Lady Bears have done a good job of that so far this year. There's plenty of time to fix it. This would be a good night to start, because you're going to see some big players that are going to jump over the top of you. If you don't get in good position, you're not going to get many boards tonight on either end.
Yep.
All right, so let's meet our game officials here for the second game. Tri-State Vision, game officials are brought to you by Tri-State Vision, serving the area since 1977. Contact us at either our Bryan or Montpelier offices for all of your eye care needs. Officials for our second game tonight, Millard Catchings, Mark Weaver Sr., and Craig Drevis. So we look forward to those guys tonight. We've got a chance here. We'll take one more break before we get started at tip-off. This has been the Bryan Athletic Boosters Countdown to Tip-Off, starting lineups and more to come here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
From the first whistle to the final buzzer, life is filled with moments that shape us. Moments of victory, of challenge, of community. At Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we're honored to stand by families through every season of life. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, family-owned, family-focused.
Discover great job skills training at Northwest State. With over 50 different programs available, there is something for everyone. Providing hands-on training and education is the community college advantage.
All right, back at Bryan High School, we are about a minute and a half until tip-off. Both teams finishing up their warm-ups right now. Brian Arnold and Cooper Beltran bringing you the second game. Winner of this game will get Fairview tomorrow night in the championship of the Holiday Classic. Loser will play against Maumee in the consolation game. JVs have been decided already earlier today. Ayersville, who's filling in for Fairview, who did not have a JV team in the tournament, knocked off Maumee. They will play the Lady Bears JV team in the finals tomorrow. 3 o'clock for the consolation JV with the JV finals to follow. So roughly 4:30, about 6 o'clock for the varsity consolation. Should be close to about 7:30 tomorrow night for tip-off, and we're just about at 7:30 right on the nose tonight here. So keeping a good pace. Want to thank Nathan Keel and Teresa Kuzmal. Every athletic director for a long time has been a part of this Holiday Classic. We've all gotten our turns with it. There's a lot of work that goes into it. It's time during the holidays that it's hard to come by when you're kind of taking some time away when people would like to be with family and do that. But it's been such a good thing for our girls basketball program to be able to host this and get 2 games over Christmas break that for a long time we did not get, and we get them in our home court. And we were really lucky for teams like Fairview, Montpelier, Stryker, Paulding, and now this year Maumee and Bowsher, who will come and join us in this holiday tournament. It's a great experience every year. So we're ready here. We're going to kick it down to our public address announcer at the table, Mr. Aaron Hughes.
Featuring the Bowsher Blue Racers and your Bryan Golden Bears. The officials assigned in this game have met the requirements set by OHSAA and have been approved for their important role in tonight's games. Our officials are Mr. Mark Weaver Sr., Mr. Josh Crosgrove, and Mr. Clarence LaBeach. In order to make today's contest as enjoyable as possible, please represent your school and community in a positive and respectful manner. That means follow the rules, speak and act responsibly, and show courtesy and respect for your fellow fans, the officials and coaches, the administration, authority figures, and of course your team and their opponents. Let's make tonight's contest great. Remember to respect the game. Thank you. Now to meet the teams. First for the guests on the scoreboard, the Bowsher Blue Racers. Starters for Bowsher, number 3, Kamaya Draper. Number 5, Ryan Griffith. Number 10, Sanaya Swain. Number 15, Azariah Tillman. And number 22, Aaliyah Osei. Varsity coaches Tiffany Blackman, assisted by Tay Carswell, Sashmi Cook, and Dante Harris. And now the starters for the home team on the scoreboard, the Bryan Golden Bears. Starting for Bryan, number 4, Maya Langham. Number 11, Pepper Hanna. Number 14, Avery Ann Fisher. Number 22, Josie Arnold. And number 42, Brea Hepker. Varsity coaches Todd Groshing, assisted by Colin Walker, Eric Roofer, Delaney Valderez, and Caleb Arnold. Ladies, let's play ball.
There's starting lineups for Game 2. Starting lineups are brought to you by Bryan Ford Lincoln. Bryan Ford Lincoln, located at 920 North Main Street, where good values mean a great deal. So on the floor for Toledo Bowsher, 3 seniors. Kamaya Draper, number 3, number 5, Raya Griffith, and number 22, Aaliyah Osei, the only returning starter, averaging a double-double. Sophomore Azaria Tillman on the floor, and junior Sanaya Swain on the floor. For Bryan, senior Josie Arnold, junior Amaya Langham, junior Hannah Piper, sophomore Brea Hepker, and sophomore Avery Ann Fisher. Opening tip, touched by a little bit of everybody and then gathered by Bowsher. So Toledo Bowsher will have the opening possession here to start the ball game at Bryan. Underway in Game 4 of the Holiday Classic, the second varsity game, Toledo Bowsher and the Lady Bears. As Bowsher goes immediately down inside of the big post player who draws some company. Double down from Avery Ann Fisher, ties up Osei. And that's going to be a turnover by Bowsher, who goes immediately into some full court pressure against the Lady Bears. Arnold inbounds to Hepker. Hepker attacks the sideline, and we're going to get an over and back call. Hepker took it across half court and kind of lost her bearings a little bit, fired it back to Arnold. So both teams trade turnovers.
It's a tough situation for your post player, and
that's a bad spot for her, yep. Inbound comes into Bowsher. Lob into Osei again. She kicks it back out. Attack in there by Tilgham. She can't get it to go. And then tries to get her own offensive rebound, knocks it out of bounds. There's a pretty decent check out by Avery Ann Fisher. Got inside the player that time. And it inbounds to Piper Hanna. Long diagonal to Avery Ann Fisher, catches over on the right side, crossover, step through, scoop layup is good. Avery Ann Fisher finishes off glass.
It's a good look.
Scoring underway for the Lady Bears.
Good look for Josie Arnold, looking that deep opposite.
Good diagonal look there, and an even better move and finish by Fisher. Bowsher tries to throw over the top. Josie Arnold comes and deflects the ball away from Sanaya Swain. Bears showed a little bit of pressure themselves.
A little bit of that run and jump.
Bowsher will inbound in the half court. Throw it back across the line to Swain, who will gather and bring the ball up against Piper Hanna. Swain gets directions from the sideline from Coach Blackman. You get ISO'd. She attacks all the way to the hoop. The right-hand layup won't go. Lady Bears able to come up with the basketball. Piper Hanna chases down the miss. Josie Arnold's got it in the front court now to Amaya Langham. The Bears will work against the half-court man-to-man. Fisher picks up her dribble. Ball gets poked away. Fisher gathers it back up, gives it to Arnold. Arnold defended up top by Tilgham. The runner in the lane, short off front iron, rebound to Draper. And Bowsher looks to push quick. They attack up the floor. And then they're going to get a foul on Arnold. Yep.
Also for
The shooter, that's going to put Sanaya Swain at the line. Good push out to that transition by Bowsher.
They're going to want to run.
And then Arnold kind of got caught in between. You either are going to get in the way and draw a charge, or you're going to get out of the way and don't give up a foul. But you got to pick one. First Welling Construction free throw for Sanaya Swain is no good. Welling Construction, third-generation family-owned general contractor. For quality custom homes, renovation projects, and commercial work, contact us at 419-636-3712. Second free throw is also long. Kamaya Draper came off of Josie Arnold, who doesn't hold the check out. She gets the rebound, tied up. That ball will go to Bowsher. So 2-0, the Bears lead early on the main stop scoreboard. Ball gets inbounded. Osei works baseline and dribbles on the baseline. That'll be a turnover to Bowsher. Bowsher wants to get their big post player going. She's got a little bit of a struggle here early. So about 2 minutes in, Bears lead 2-0 on the main stop scoreboard. Working against the Bowsher pressure. Arnold with a long diagonal to Fisher again. She's working left block, swings to Hannah, to Arnold. Arnold with the runner. Boy, that ball was down and came back out, but she drew the foul. And that's going to be on Aaliyah Osei. Osei. I don't know if I trust Mr. Hughes, but I'm going to go with Mr. Hughes.
Might as well agree.
So that'll be her first and Bowsher's first. Josie Arnold goes to the Welling Construction free throw line. Looking over the Bryan stats, I say that's something that stood out to me is the Lady Bears need to shoot more free throws.
Yes.
They're not getting to the line very often, which leads me to think we're settling for a lot of jump shots, not being aggressive. Now, Avery Ann Fisher, her free throws are always up, and that's her game. But you've got other players that should be getting to the line more. Josie Arnold, one of them. As she uses the back iron and it falls in, she makes both free throws. So 4-0 early lead here for the Lady Bears on the main stop scoreboard.
Looking to kind of run and jump here.
The Bears show some pressure. Ball quickly up the floor by Bowsher. Osei's got it. She kicks to, the shot blocked by
good hands.
Maya Langham. Nice job. Blocks Raya Griffith's three-point attempt, and then Josie Arnold just throws it away in the middle of the paint. Griffith will try another three. Short off iron. Rebound chased down by Josie Arnold. Pressured by Griffith in the backcourt.
Slow it up here.
She gets the ball to Maya Langham. Bears lead 4-0. About 3 minutes into the ball game. Run half court against the Bowsher man-to-man. Piper Hannah had her beat. Josie Arnold will try a runner again. This time she gets it to go. Right-handed runner goes for Josie Arnold. 6-0 lead for the Lady Bears. Bowsher has it. They had a player down tying her shoe, but no stoppage of play. So
I don't know if
Avery
Ann
Ann
Fisher,
a little handsy, grabbing some hands in the backcourt. No need for that foul. Coach Grosjean not very happy with that one. 2 fouls on the Bears, one on Fisher, one on Arnold. 6-0, 4:53 left here in the opening quarter at Bryan High School in the fourth and final game of the day, second varsity game. Winner gets Fairview.
Yeah, that was fouling is kind of some of the trouble they had against Archibald and kind of got some players in trouble in the first half.
And that's a long way away from anywhere dangerous.
Yep.
Double screen up top for Bowsher. Three-pointer is long and strong. Amaya Langham.
Strong with it.
Great job stepping through off of that defensive rebound. Piper Hannah to Josie Arnold. Back to Avery Ann Fisher. Bluffs the three. Stops, pops.
Let's go move.
Nails the 8-footer in the lane. 8-0 lead for the Lady Bears. Bowsher looking to inbound. Some denial by the Bears there. Brea Hepker is working against Osei. Get some help there from Langham. Osei finds Griffith. Corner three from Draper is good, and Bowsher is on the board. Three-point shot is good from Kamaya Draper. 8-3 Bears lead. Bears get it quickly up the floor. Piper Hannah attacks, and she finishes. Nice fight. Good ball movement. Arnold to Fisher to Piper Hannah cutting down the lane.
Ball's not stalling against that press, which is going to be the key.
Last three touches there. Ball never touched the floor. Good rotation from the Lady Bears. Baseball pass, and then a slow rotation by the Lady Bears. The backside layup. Good run and jump on the front side, but the Bears slow to find the backside. The diagonal knocked away. Arnold tried to throw the diagonal. It got knocked away. Scramble for the ball underneath. Swain got a shot, couldn't get it to go. And then Arnold again has the opportunity to take a charge, but doesn't. If all she needs to do is keep her feet planted and take a charge, but instead she's going to get her second foul at the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. And that was off of her turnover in the backcourt. So we've got a couple of subs at the table. Looks like Kidston and Vollmer will be in for the Lady Bears. Osei's free throw at the Weller Construction free throw line is long and no good. Arnold and Hepker will check out.
Arnold with 2, kind of got to manage those fouls.
Yeah, and both of them silly fouls.
Yep.
I mean, you got to be better than that, especially as a senior. You need to be way smarter. You know what you're trying to accomplish. You got to find a way to get your feet set and take a charge there. And I think it'll come down to Coach Groschen's got to decide how far does he really want to go. A lot of it's going to depend on, after that second free throw goes, 10-6 lead for the Bears, of how the rest of this quarter goes. Push ahead Fisher to Vollmer. Vollmer tries to wrap the bounce pass around, gets poked out of bounds. Good push by Miley. Tried to find Jesse Kidston on the backside.
Maybe just one dribble too late there.
Good recovery by Bowsher. A little difference there. Lady Bears did not get back in on their rotation, and Bowsher did. Langham inbounds to Fisher. Fisher to Langham. Langham tries the right side. Kidston swings to Vollmer. Miley Vollmer hands off to Langham. Jesse Kidston had a good JV game, knocked down a couple of shots. Vollmer threw it to Hannah, but just put her in a terrible spot.
Not much she could do with it there.
She wasn't going to do anything with it down there as get it back. Bowsher dribbles it off their feet. Tilgham dribbled it off her foot, gives the ball back to the Bears. So good break there for the Bears to get that turnover right back to them. So Langham now works against Draper. Debbie Strong with the basketball, hands off to Piper Hannah. Piper Hannah works up top, finds Fisher. Fisher's going to try the left. Gets left all alone. And Avery Ann Fisher finishes, makes the lead 12-6 for the Lady Bears. 2:16 left here in the first quarter. Bears with a 6-point lead. Long pass ahead to Griffith. Griffith, ball gets tipped away.
Good hands.
And Kidston and Draper, I think, got tied up with each other as the ball's bouncing out of bounds. Good sportsmanship by both kids there, helping each other up. Emmy Miller will check in for Amaya Langham.
Langham looks gassed.
Working hard there, handling the ball and defending. Osei gets Miley Vollmer pinned deep. Miley does a good job of staying straight up, gets the defensive rebound off the miss. I can't imagine Osei is going to miss too many like that, so you need to take advantage now at this end. Fisher to Hannah. Hannah's going to attack. She gets it all the way to the rim but can't finish. Good attack by Piper Hannah.
Loses
and then a little sloppy with the basketball. Bowsher lost it. Kidston about forced a turnover. I think we should have had a count there the entire time. Ball never went into Bryan's possession. Osei in the paint. Tries to step through and just throws a wild left-handed shot up. No good. Kidston with the rebound.
Volume.
You say volume?
Yeah.
Like
one of them has to fall.
It looks like me at the Y. Eventually something's got to go. Vollmer with the skip to Fisher. Fisher gets defended high. Miller's got it, the right point.
5 out here.
Kidston now at the top of key, swings to Hannah, to Fisher in the left corner. A little bit of a force. Bears a couple times with some forces on those curl cuts, and they don't need that.
Things just kind of look like maybe they're moving a little quick. Just got to slow things down.
Langham checks in for Piper Hannah. And Hepker checks back in for Fisher. See, I only saw one go in and 2 came out. I'm not good at math, but that's not right.
A little bit bigger
Kidston with a shot fake. She throws one up off glass, doesn't go. Emmy Miller, Jesse Kidston, and Azaria Tilgham all get tied up in the paint for a jump ball. So that's going to stay with the Bears. 53 seconds left. Bears lead 12-6 in the opening quarter over Toledo Bowsher. Inbounds, long pass to Emmy Miller up top. She attacks. Kicks to Vollmer, right side 3 off the front of the rim.
It's Griffith.
Oh, we've got a Toledo Bowsher player down. She went after that inbounds pass up top to Emmy Miller, and she did not get back up when she went down. We're going to take a timeout here on the Golden Bear Sports Network. We'll be back with action right after this break.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
All right, back at Bryan High School as Raya Griffith gets over to her bench. Number 24, Paris Abia, will check in for Coach Blackman's squad. Bowsher will have the ball, working the length of the court. 46 seconds left here. The Bears lead 12-6 on the main stop scoreboard.
Bears will keep this pressure, full court.
A little bit of, it's kind of like a token, try to keep the ball in front as much as anything. Great rotation by Miley Vollmer. Just couldn't get her fingertip on it. Osei's got it, works against Langham. Tries to get the shot to go, won't go off glass. Chased down by Emmy Miller. Great hustle. 30 seconds left. Vollmer to Langham. The Bears here, if they could get the last shot, this would be a good opening quarter for Coach Grosheen's squad. Langham gets her pass tipped away. She's going to work all the way in the paint. Draws contact. Great job by Amaya Langham. I think she just got frustrated and said, forget this, I'm going to the hoop. I don't like this close guarding.
Take it at him.
And that's going to be a foul on Abia, who just checked into the game for Coach Blackman. Amaya Langham at the Welly Construction free throw line. First free throw is good. Amaya Langham doing a nice job at the line this year, shooting 72%, averaging 7 points and 3 rebounds a game. Knocks down her first, gets the lead to 7. Second free throw is long. Right after I said that, I didn't want to say she was doing good. I thought the first one was good, so everything was going to be fine. Quick push by Bowsher. A little bit of contact there. Ooh. I think we're going to get a reach call on the Bears. Sanaya Swain went a little wild at the rim, didn't get the shot to go, but got a rebound. And then that foul's going to be called on Langham. I thought that was going to be on Emmy Miller.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
4 fouls on the Bears, only 7.5 seconds left here, so if they can defend without a foul, they should be able to get out of the quarter. Osei attacks. There's a runner off glass. There's your volume scorer. She gets her first bucket of the night to go on with a free throw, so that gets it within 5. Lady Bears at the end of one quarter lead Bowsher 13-8. We'll be back here at Bryan with second quarter action in the Girls Holiday Classic.
Fallen on hard times? At the Williams County Veteran Service Office, we're here when life gets tough. We provide emergency financial assistance for housing, food, and utilities, plus transportation to VA medical appointments. Whether you need help today or just someone who understands, we're ready to serve. Please reach out to see what we can do for you, because the only veteran we can't assist is the one that doesn't contact us.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
Trust is built when we know someone has our back on the field, in the stands, and in life. At Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we're more than a service provider. We're neighbors and friends. For generations, families have trusted us to care for their loved ones with compassion and dignity.
All right, back at Bryan High School, Lady Bears, good first quarter there, 13-8 lead over Toledo. Bowsher defensively doing a nice job. Bowsher a little cold from the field, 2 of 9, I think, from inside the arc now. Lady Bears have done a good job attacking the basket, even being undersized, and they've rebounded well. So you got to continue that now for 3 more quarters. Bowsher gets the ball to start the second quarter. Hannah, Langham, Vollmer, Hepker, and Fisher on the floor for the Lady Bears, who come out in a 2-3 zone. Bowsher getting their bearings. Renaya Altry now on the floor for Coach Blackman to go with Sanaya Swain, Osei, Draper. There's a nice shot off glass by Altry. Her first action of the night, first shot of the night, and she gets it to go off glass as we get a stoppage of play here, checking on Avery and Fisher.
Yeah, she'll have to come out here.
Jesse Kitson is going to check in for her. Fisher comes immediately to the bench. 13-10, the Bears lead. Trainer's going to talk to Avery Ann Fisher. So Fisher's on the bench there after rolling her ankle. Josie Arnold's on the bench with 2 fouls. So Maya Langham, Piper Hanna going to have a lot of the heavy lifting here as far as bringing the ball up against this Bowsher pressure. Langham works up top against Sanaya Swain. Autry defending Piper Hanna. She runs her off.
From an opposite block
Hanna with
there.
the right idea, trying to look opposite with the bounce pass. Gets poked away by Osei. Get a run out by Swain. Good stop in the paint. Pivot move won't go. Gets her own rebound, but gets poked away by Jesse Kidston. Good job by Kidston. Langham getting ridden up the sideline. And then we're going to get a reach foul on Autry. Good job with being really strong with the basketball there by Amaya Langham. She goes in a tough spot. Bowsher cranking the pressure up just a little bit here on the Bears now.
Next part is don't get it in that spot.
Right. You don't want to go there. Once you're there, though, she did a nice job of wrestling the ball away. Langham picks up her dribble up top. She's stuck. Ball gets thrown away. Langham finds a handle again through a bunch of people. Piper Hanna run into on the sideline.
Yeah, we're getting
We've decided that body and contact's okay, but don't try to grab a jump ball because you're going to get whistled for that for sure, and that's going to be a foul on Tilgham. Her first for Bowsher, second of the quarter. The Lady Bears a little discombobulated offensively right now.
It's kind of running. Maybe get into a set here.
Yeah, find a quick hitter or something. One of those, almost to what we talked about earlier with Maumee. Let's get a shot before we turn it over. Langham forced left, ball deflected again. Molly Vollmer's working against Draper, finds Hanna top of the key. Piper Hanna works against Autry. Swing to Langham. Langham pushes, left hand runner, left hand off glass won't go. That's a great run by Maya Langham. Osei Tax, left hand off glass is short. Brea Hepker with the rebound. Bears dodged a bullet there. It was 3-on-1. And your volume scorer did not get that to go, and just a wild pass by Miley Vollmer. Bad decision there by the senior. Brea Hepker had position. I'm not sure. Again, like the pass she threw to Piper Hanna. I don't know what Hepker was going to do with it if she did catch it down there. So Miley's got to make a little better decision with the basketball of where you're going to put your teammate in that position. All right, full timeout here on the Golden Bear Sports Network. We'll take a break and be right back.
The historic Bryan Arts and Education building is being renovated for the next generation, transforming it into a welcoming, accessible space where performances and events can be comfortably enjoyed. The $6.2 million project adds lobby and backstage space, new seating, lights and sound system, accessibility, and additional parking. Because here in Bryan, art connects us. Your support, big or small, makes a lasting impact, inspiring generations to come. Donate and learn more at bryanarts.org.
All right, back at Bryan High School here. That timeout brought to you by S&S Directional Boring. When it comes to your home or farm, make the smart play. From New Maine Water, Directional Boring keeps things flowing underground so you can take your timeout in peace. S&S does it right the first time. Call 419-630-0729 today. 5:47 left in the half. Bears lead 13-10 over Toledo Bowsher. Bowsher with it, going to the length of the court. Bears continue in there, try to slow them down, full court pressure. Swain gets it, runs it up the floor to Draper. Draper's baseline jumper no good. Rebound to Autry. She gets fouled, and if that's on Amaya Langham, that's going to be 2 on her. So Amaya Langham picks up her second. And that one right there, discretion might be the better part of valor. No reason to stick your hand in there.
Just put them up.
Make her shoot over the top of you. Don't reach. Welling Construction free throw is good for Anaya Autry. Her third point of the night. As Langham and Kidston will take a rest, Miller and Arnold check back into the ball game. Second free throw is good. It's a 1-point ball game. Bowsher has crept all the way back into it with some really intense defense. and a couple of good shots on the offensive end. And the Bears have dodged a lot of bullets on that end. Right now they need to find a way to get a good shot out of this offensive set. The ball goes through Arnold's hands, another turnover for the Bears.
Looks like some miscommunication down low.
Swain with the runner. Arnold probably should have got whistled for her third foul. Emmy Miller was strong with the basketball.
Has a dribble.
Ripped it through a couple times. She could dribble. And finally gets it to Arnold.
Might be at 8 seconds here.
Yeah, got to get a thing across.
She's got 10.
And another turnover for the Bears. And Miller got stuck there in the backcourt. At some point, you're right. Just need to put the ball on the floor and go dribble. So Arnold will come out with an offensive, defensive. Hard to tell which team she's playing offensive and defensive for, though, right now. Bowsher's got the ball in the backcourt with a 1-point lead. Trailing the Bears by 1. Autry swings to Draper. Maya Draper working against Jesse Kidston. That ball's going to go off of Autry. Good defense there. On the ball by both Kidston and Miller. Forcing a turnover there by Bowsher as Arnold will check back in for Emmy Miller. Amaya Langham has been the one handling the ball most of the time for the Bears, so she's getting a break with 2 fouls right now. So Arnold will have it working against Swain to try to get the Bears into their half court. She picks up her dribble, gets the ball to Fisher. Fisher now against Autry. Cross her over, gets her to that right block. Step through, off glass. Good, strong move against some tough defense.
Good defense,
by Avery
better
and Fisher.
offense.
Hepker now against Osei. Osei, the post player, bring it up in the backcourt. The advantage there is she can see over the top of everything. Great rotation by Jesse Kidston. Takes the ball on the way on the backside. Bears by 3. Halfway through the second quarter here. Arnold's going to fake the handoff, try to take it left-handed. Bounce pass to Piper Hannah. Shot got altered a little bit. Missed everything off the left side. And here comes Osei. Osei hands off to Swain. Swain buries the 3, ties the game. 15-15 now as Swain buries the 3 and ties things up. Arnold gets it across the timeline for the Bears. Hands off to Kidston. Kidston works against Draper, gets it to Fisher. Fisher defended closely. Arnold swings to Piper Hannah. Piper Hannah gets it over to Jesse Kidston. Arnold has it top of the key, defended closely by Swain. Hands off to Kidston, turns the corner. Avery Ann Fisher has it. She's going to work down to that block again. Tries the spin move again. Can't get that one to go. Rebound to Autry, and Bowsher will bring it the other way. 3:10 left here in the half. 15-15 ball game. Bears try a little run and jump. Autry, 17-footer, short. Jesse Kidston. Wow.
She's been big.
She was wearing Sanaya Swain on her back there like a sweater. But I guess that's not an over-the-back call. Arnold's got it. Swings to Piper Hannah. Hannah pushes left, hands off to Arnold. She's going to try a deep 3 short. Jesse Kidston, another rebound. Great hustle. That ball ends up in Hepker's hands. Kidston tried to force it to the free throw line. Got bounced around, ends up in Brea Hepker's hands. Hepker tries to get the ball towards the rim, gets fouled. Second foul on Autry, and Brea Hepker will go to the Welling Construction free throw line.
Kidston doing a lot of the small things off the bench.
She has been. That a huge offensive and defensive rebound in that back-to-back possession. That free throw is no good. And this is an area, I talked about this a little bit, this is an area that has got to improve for the Lady Bears. Free throw shooting has got to get better. You got a couple of girls doing a really nice job. Fisher, Piper Hannah, Maya Langham, and then from there, we have not shot free throws very well at all as Brea Hepker gets the second one to go. Arnold just checked out for Miller. Vollmer will check in for Hepker. 1-point lead for the Bears, 2.5 left here in the first half. Toledo Bowsher will inbound. That's the one thing I've seen with Bowsher too, Coop. They haven't gone real deep on the bench.
Nope.
And when subs have come in, they haven't lasted. Osei, baseball pass ahead. Good rotation there by the Bears.
Piper got down there.
Jesse Kidston came, took the drive away. Piper Hannah came on the backside, poked that pass away. Took away everything easy, and now Bowsher will inbound underneath their basket. Autry's got it underneath. Draper, corner 3. She was left alone, and she buried that. 2 threes for Kamaya Draper. She's got her average of 6 points. More importantly, Toledo Bowsher's got their first lead of the night, 18-16 on the Bears. Emmy Miller and Jessie Kitson trying a two-man game on the left. Ball to Piper Hannah. She finds Fisher outside the three-point line on the left side. She's working against good pressure by Swain. Molly Vollmer now against Osei. Top of the key. Piper Hannah had the three, didn't take it. Tries a scoop shot with the left hand, gets fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line. That looks like Swain going to pick up her first. It's Bowsher's fourth of the quarter. 1:58 left here. Bears trail by 2. Piper Hannah at the line. And she's shooting 83% on the year from the free throw line. So, of course, her
Probably
first one
shouldn't have
misses.
said that.
Piper Hannah comes in averaging 6 and 2 rebounds. She went through a tough illness in December and worked her way back in. Second free throw is also no good, so the Bears miss an opportunity to tie things up. Bowsher still leads by 2. Osei trying to find the handle, and then we're going to get a travel. Nice job, poke away by Miley Vollmer. Poke that away from behind.
Yep.
And Osei trying to gather, just took an extra step trying to get that ball to the rim. Arnold in, Miller out, 150 on the main stop scoreboard. Diagonal by Hannah, just a little bit too tall for Miley Vollmer. Turnover, Miller for Arnold again at the scorer's table.
It's the right look getting down there.
Right idea, just couldn't drop it down where she wanted. A little bit too tall. Pass influenced by the length of Bowsher in the middle of the floor. Osei picks up her dribble in the backcourt, hounded by Hannah and Vollmer back there. Bowsher's going to take a timeout. S&S directional boring timeout. We're going to get it 30 seconds. So 18-16 Coop. Bowsher has worked their way back into the lead. We've got probably, I didn't look before we went to the timeout clock there. We don't have a lot of time. Under 2 for sure, maybe around a minute and a half left. Lady Bears don't want to get, I don't think this is a team you want to play behind against.
Nope.
If you want to play as close as you can or stay as close as you can, regardless.
Yeah, I think Bowsher's been running the floor really well, and they've been doing a pretty good job against that press. Kind of got caught up right there, but their length and their height has been able to kind of go over the top of it. But I think our quickness getting back has been good, and our rotations, I think when our rotations are good, the press works.
So far, we've been good against the leading scorer, Osei. You know, she's going to get hers. The 2 threes by Draper have hurt the Bears.
Yeah.
She's stepped up and shot a couple of threes with a lot of confidence, and that hurt the Bears a lot. Bowsher quickly down the floor. Yep, that's going to be the right call.
Yep.
Miley Vollmer tried to come in and tie that up, but it was more of an open field tackle. And this same official has done the same thing. When girls have gone in too aggressive for a jump ball, he's called the foul, and I appreciate that more than the Archbold crew that was just an automatic jump ball anytime somebody breathed in the vicinity of someone with a basketball.
Just want some consistency, you know.
Yeah.
So you got to adjust if you're a player.
Yeah, that Archbold crew is probably the worst basketball crew I've seen in years. This game's been really well done so far. Osei with the left hand. Miley Vollmer thought she got all ball, a little bit of body down there too, so Osei is going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Aaliyah Osei, the senior, averaging 12 points, 11 boards. Only returning starter for Bowsher from the team that beat us by 35 last year.
Yep. She did a good job keeping that kind of on her left side, made Vollmer kind of come across her body.
First free throw is off front, iron, and out. Hepker and Arnold come in. Vollmer and Miller come out. 119 on the main stop scoreboard. Main stop's open when you need them. You're always near a main stop. Don't forget about Thirsty Thursday every Thursday. Second Welling Construction free throw, way long. Can't gather at the Lady Bears. That almost shocked him how hard that came off. Jump shot, long for Bowsher. Rebound by Hepker. Does a nice job there. She used her dribble well. Got the ball to Arnold. 1:05 on the clock. Arnold to Piper Hannah. Piper Hannah's going to take the 3 this time. Short, up high to the rebound, top of the key to Draper. And Bowsher's going to slow down. 55 seconds left. I think Coach Blackman might even be happy to try to get the last shot here with Osei just holding at half court.
Up 2. Go to halftime with a lead.
I'm not so sure Coach Groshine wouldn't be okay with this either, as long as he doesn't get a foul out of either Arnold or Fisher in this. I think he's probably fine. If those two are smart, then he's happy to go in 2-4 at the worst.
Yep. Oh, you're going to let him go.
25 seconds left.
They're hopping a 2-3 here.
Coach throws him back into a 2-3 zone. You need to find Draper right now. She's standing out on the logo. Got to make sure you get a hand up on her. Take the drive away from Osei. Ball's down in the corner to Swain, back up to Draper. Swing around to Autry. Left point. Her shot is no good.
Good box out.
Good box out on the backside. That cannot be who Bowsher wanted to take that shot.
I don't think so.
The people on the floor, that is not who I would have wanted to get it if I was going to run it down an entire minute. So Bears kind of survived that last minute, survived a little bit of foul trouble, got out of rhythm after a really nice start and a good lead at the end of one. They trail by 2 going into the half. Bowsher up 18-16. I think all in all, Lady Bears are going to be happy with that first half. They're going to be happy being in this ball game based on how things went last year. But things, get Amaya Langham back. She was on the bench there for a long time with 2. She'll have some fresh legs. She'll feel a little bit better. Josie Arnold hopefully will make better decisions. She picked up a couple silly fouls there. Avery Ann Fisher was scoring good early going to the basket. And I think the way the whistle is right now, going to the basket, even being undersized against some bigger defenders, the Bears can get themselves to the free throw line.
Yeah, man, I don't think Bowsher's been very very disciplined with their fouls either, especially when they attack.
No, I agree, and I think that's something the Bears will probably talk about when they go in at the half. So we are at the half, game 2, last game of 4 of the day at the Golden Bears Holiday Classic, brought to you by BSN. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk some stats, talk some adjustments, and what we might be expecting here in the second half of tonight's game. Bryan Arnold, Cooper Beltran, 2-point lead for Bowsher at the half in Bryan.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
If you served, you may qualify for VA health care, even if you were denied before. New rules recognize burn pit and toxic exposure claims. We can help you apply, understand benefits, and access the care you've earned. Let us help protect your health. Today and for the future, contact us to see how we can help. Williams County Veterans Service Office. Veterans serving veterans.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
Back at Bryan High School, Bryan Arnold, Cooper Beltran here at halftime. Toledo Bowsher leads the Lady Bears by 2, 18-16. Lady Bears had a lead after 1. Got themselves in a little bit of foul trouble. Arnold and Langham both had 2 fouls, and we're kind of going in and out. Avery Ann Fisher leading the way with 8 points. Josie Arnold's got 4. Lady Bears have been playing hard, been doing a nice job defensively. We'll talk some stats here in just a minute. But they've done a good job of defending against a bigger team and holding their own on the boards better than what they've done probably leading up to this game.
Yeah. I mean, you said it at the beginning. It'd be a big one to kind of turn around with, a bigger team. I think they've done a good job boxing out, and I think the effort plays have been there for sure. And I think it's basically what's keeping them in this one and, keeping it close.
Yeah, you got to like the energy that they've shown. And I said it early coming out of that game Monday night at Genoa, you didn't see it. Didn't see energy, didn't see the same Lady Bears team that we're used to seeing. Had a good week of practice, and I think they've kind of got themselves back, legs underneath, got through the holiday a little bit. So now you're at home. You got a couple of nights back-to-back at home where hopefully you can show some better effort, show some better results from the work that you've been putting in. Let's talk some stats here real quick. Let's look at first Bowsher, and I think a couple of numbers show a big thing here. First of all, turnovers. Bowsher has 7 and Bryan has 8. And nobody's going to be happy about 8 turnovers, but knowing that we've turned them over 7 times and we've sped them up like you talked about is really good. Right now, Bowsher 3 of 20 inside the arc. Osei is probably a lot of that. She might be – right now she just has 3 points, so I think she's got that one runner and a free throw. And then she's probably missed, I'd say, 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there. You talked about her being a volume scorer. If we can keep her out of a rhythm and at least wall her off, I think that'll be
a lot
helpful.
at her.
And then 3 for 5 for Bowsher from the 3-point line, 2 of those from Kamaya Draper, and that's her 6 points. And those 2 are really big shots in a game that's a junior high score at the half, 18-16. 3 for 8 for Bowsher from the free throw line, finishes off their stats. For the Lady Bears, a little bit more efficiently offensively, 6 of 13 from 2. They've only taken 2 threes, which is a little unusual for the Lady Bears, but you could see that in the defensive approach by Bowsher. They've really extended. They're longer defenders, so you're not just going to catch and shoot and have easy looks, and they've taken that away. Bears are 4 of 8 from the free throw line. You'd like to see them be able to capitalize a little bit better from there, and I talked about the 8 turnovers already. So, right now, again, I think if you're in the locker room and you're Coach Grosjean and his staff and you're looking at where you're at, you know where you were at the end of one and you liked where you were, but with the way the second quarter went and getting a couple of people in foul trouble and with Bowsher ratcheting up the pressure some, you got to be happy with where you stand right now just being down 2.
Yeah. I mean, Bowsher's been up. I think things got a little stagnant in the second quarter, and I think that also comes with the foul trouble and having girls in there that aren't always in together. And so I think it'll be big coming out, getting into some sets, getting moving. And with Bowsher playing so far up, I mean, backdoors are there. They've been doing a great job using their pump fakes and ripping through and getting to the basket. So I think continuing doing that will be big.
I think that's a key for the Bears. If they can get into the paint, which they've been able to get into the paint, you've got to use shot fakes. If you're just going to go off of 1 foot and try to finish against these bigger defenders, now you're just hoping for a whistle because you're shooting over longer defenders who are going to try to block a lot of shots. If you try to finish off 2 feet, use shot fakes, use some pivot moves, I think you're going to end up at the free throw line where you can score some points there and hopefully get ourselves there so much that we get into a rhythm and get a little bit of a feel. We mentioned just 0 of 2 from 3-point range. A, you want to make some threes, but B, like we're used to seeing probably more like 8 to 10 three-pointers a half out of our girls, let alone in a game. So that length of Bowsher and the on-the-ball pressure has really affected the Bears as far as getting those shots from the outside. But ball movement, attack, and kick, all of that stuff can open some things up. So I guarantee that's what they're talking about in the locker room right now. So we're going to take one more break here. We'll come back, finish up with some adjustments, see if there's anything else as far as out-of-town scores go, and we'll get you previewed for tomorrow of the Golden Bears Holiday Classic.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
From the first whistle to the final buzzer, life is filled with moments that shape us. Moments of victory, of challenge, of community. At Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we're honored to stand by families through every season of life. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family owned, family focused.
Allie Held Herman is a 2004 Bryan graduate and former Lady Bear basketball player. Allie tragically passed away in 2021, but she saved the lives of many others through organ donation. Allie's family encourages you to be an organ, eye, and tissue donor.
Our mom gave the gift of life. She is a hero. We love you, Mom.
Back at Bryan High School, second half action about to start here from Bryan between Toledo Bowsher and the Lady Bears. Reminder that today's game is brought to you by the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Veterans Services of Williams County, Andrews O'Neill and Lowe, Baldy's Furniture, Stark's Plumbing and Heating, and Thiel Supply Center. So we talked a little bit, Coop, about some things from there. If you were Coach Grosjean, what's a couple of things you're throwing at the kids before they came back out?
Just continuing to attack the basket. I think that's going to be the biggest thing, and not saying, oh, we need to shoot threes because we haven't shot enough. There's no number that you need to get to win a game. I think running sets, not standing, backdoor cuts is going to be big. To kind of make Bowsher maybe take a step back and back up, and then that's what is going to open up those three-point opportunities.
And then if you're coming out of the other locker room with Coach Blackman, what are some things you think she told her squad coming out here at the half?
I think they had even more opportunities to run than they did. I think they had some looks down the court, and maybe they hesitated a little bit, but I think they've been handling the full court press well, and telling her team to just stay straight up, use their size, and maybe get the ball inside a little bit more.
Yeah, I think the handling the pressure is something I'm interested to see as they come out. They're able to see over the top. They used Osei at the back of that pressure so much. I'm like you. I don't think they took advantage of being able to just be taller and fire over the top of that press. We'll see if they look to get the ball over the top more and to speed this thing up a little and take advantage of their size at the rim as well as everywhere else on the floor.
I think they're kind of settling around the mid-range area instead of taking it all the way to the rim where they can use their size.
I imagine that was probably part of the conversation, too, in that Bowsher locker room at the half. All right, well, this was the Bryan halftime recap here on the Golden Bears Sports Network. We've got about 10 seconds left here. Golden Bears will have the ball to start the half. Trailing by 2, 18-16 lead for Toledo Bowsher. On the floor for the Bears, Josie Arnold, Piper Hanna, Amaya Langham, Avery Ann Fisher, and Brea Hepker. Looks like starters. No, Autry is in for Bowsher. So Autry, Swain, Draper, Osei, and Tilgham on the floor. So one different starter. Autry is in the game for Toledo Bowsher. Bowsher stays in their man-to-man. Bears working their motion offense. Piper Hanna up top. Finds Brea Hepker in the corner. Works against Osei. She gets it up top to Josie Arnold, who's working against Tilgham. Fisher picks her dribble up, swings it to Langham. Langham attacks. Left hand, down the lane. Scoop shot, no good. Rebound to Draper, tied up by Fisher. Jump ball is the call. Bowsher will get the rebound and the ball. Good look there by Amaya Langham. The finish off 1 foot that we said you shouldn't do, and she was right there at the rim where she could finish. Just couldn't get the left-hand layup to go. The Bears stay in their full court pressure. Fisher in the backcourt works against Tilgham. She loses a handle, and we're going to get a turnover here as Piper Hanna comes and jumps on that, takes that ball away from the sophomore. So the Bears will turn it right, or the Bowsher will turn it right back over to the Bears. It's about 45 seconds in. Bears with the ball again, trailing by 2. 18-16, Bowsher leads in a low-scoring game here, deciding who plays for the Fairview Apaches in the championship game of the Holiday Classic tomorrow night here at Bryan High School. Fisher, good move,
good rip,
good strong attack. Able to pull the ball back as she gets in the air. Again, we know how good Avery Ann Fisher is at getting to the free throw line.
Playing off
forces
two.
A foul from Tilgham. Or Tilgham, sorry. Yeah, finishing off 2 feet.
Her second team's first.
So 2 fouls on Tilgham. Avery Ann Fisher goes to the free throw line. Her first free throw is good. Avery Ann Fisher shooting 76% from the line. Comes in averaging 13 points and 6 rebounds a night for the Bears. Leading scorer, leading rebounder. Second free throw is up and good, and we are tied at 18. Bears continue their token man pressure, trying to force Bowsher into a run and jump situation. Long pass up the floor. Tilgham steps past Avery Ann Fisher with an easy finish at the rim, 20-18.
There's them using their size a little bit inside.
Yeah, good decision by Tilgham just to attack, not have to kick that out. 20-18, Bowsher on the main stop scoreboard. Arnold works up top against Tania Swain. Swings it left side to Fisher. Fisher to Langham. The Bears worked through their motion offense. Back to Fisher in front of the Bears bench. Took a dribble, kicked to Hepker. Hepker back to Fisher, thought about the 3. Steps through, off glass, finishes off glass. Nice off-balance finish by Avery Ann Fisher. Bears back to a 2-point lead. Tilgham in the backcourt gets it to Draper, up to Osei at half court. Osei works, Hepker comes and picks her up, crossover left, ball gets poked away by Arnold, taken away by Langham, finds Hanna, Piper Hanna, Josie Arnold in the corner. She tries to step through some contact. I'm going to be on the floor, and that's going to be a foul on Aaliyah Osei.
Yeah, good job down here by Langham to grab that ball and chin it.
She's done a great job of just being physical when there's been hands on her, around her, trying to take the basketball. She's winning the vast majority of those battles. Inbound to Langham from Arnold. Arnold's three-pointer in the corner is good.
There you go.
First 3 of the night for the Lady Bears. Josie Arnold finds the bottom of the net.
Just kind of lost her on the inbound there. Came from that backside.
Bears force a quick one to Bowsher, a great job, and that's what they can do.
Yep.
That's how they're going to hurt you, throwing over the top of that pressure. And that was pretty easy in transition for Bowsher. First time they really looked to unleash. Autry with the benefit of a nice pass from Draper, it looked like to me. Bowsher back within one. Langham struggling up top, and we're going to get a timeout there. She was having some trouble against Tilgham, but we also weren't giving a lot of help to her.
Nope.
And I'm like you, I know the Lady Bears have been working on some sets. I know they've been trying to do some things for some quick hitters. Might be time to try to run some of that stuff here.
Yeah.
Motion is tough against this really good Bowsher on-the-ball defense. And I think Coach Grosstein's either working on a TikTok in the huddle or he's talking about maybe don't dance so much, let's attack.
Cut.
We got to move.
Yep.
We aren't quicker than the defender right now, so you just got to make a decision and go.
Yep. Any advantage you have, you got to take.
So 30-second timeout, sponsored by SNS Directional Boring. When it comes to your home or farm, make the smart play. From new main water and sewer lines to field drainage, SNS Directional Boring keeps things flowing underground so you can take your timeout in peace. Lady Bears will have possession on their end with a 1-point lead. 5:16 remaining on the main stop scoreboard here in the third quarter. Bears lead 23-22. Amaya Langham works against Tilgham in the backcourt. She gets the ball to Arnold. There's a little bit of a set action.
Yep.
Fisher, top of the key.
Stagger over
They got it where they
Langham.
wanted. Takes a runner, trying to draw some contact. Probably needs to go a little stronger through Draper there. Osei pushes hard. Ran away from the basket kind of surprisingly there. She looks to get it. And there comes a nice double from Amaya Langham. Tilgham had an ISO on Avery Ann Fisher down on that right block, and Amaya Langham came over from the backside elbow to dig that out and poke it out of bounds. Bowsher will reset.
Yep. Coach Blackman was talking to her post player about grabbing it, looking opposite, especially where that double's coming from.
Inbound. Bowsher tried to bank in a three, can't get it to go. Rebound to Hepker. So the Bears will bring it the other way as Langham brings it up the floor. Langham to Piper Hanna. Piper Hanna swings to Fisher. Fisher's got the ISO if she wants it. Finds Josie Arnold on the baseline cut, working against Osei. She's going to try and knock down a little left shoulder fadeaway jump shot off glass. Josie Arnold now at 9, and the Bears have a 3-point lead again. Every trip down here for the Bears is a battle against Toledo Bowsher, and they keep playing some fundamental team defense. And there's a shooter you got to be aware of. Draper gets it up top. Tilgham, and now Swain has got it up top working against Piper Hanna. The Bears stay in their man-to-man, and Bowsher works to get their offense set. Tilgham has it high on the left point, back up top to Swain.
It's like
Coach
maybe
Blackman's trying to get something set here, probably to get Osei a touch, I would assume.
A little AI cut there.
Tilgham now against Langham, top of the key, Autry.
Kind of just
and there's
they
had the look that they wanted, and Osei looked away.
Hepker doing a good job keeping her away from that lower block.
Kind of flipping right side, left side. There goes Osei now. Just stay straight up and make it hard, and that's a good, strong finish from Osei. Brea Hepker did everything you could and should do. Made that extremely hard on the senior to get that finish. Good defense by the sophomore, but better offense. And Bowsher back within one. Amaya Langham can't get the layup to go, but Avery Ann Fisher comes and takes it right out of Osei's hands.
There's that
Avery Ann Fisher kind of telegraphs a baseball pass there. Oh, and the Bears are going to get bailed out with a travel call. Avery Ann Fisher spotted Josie Arnold, who was jumping up and down in front of the Bears bench, who wanted the ball, and kind of telegraphed that when Osei got a piece of it. But the Bowsher player fell down. They got a travel call. Bears ball, 3:02 left here in the third quarter. Bears lead by 1. Piper Hanna off a lot of the screens. Off the inbound, finds Josie Arnold. She attacks, kicks to Langham. Langham attacks. Oh, she had Vollmer on the backside, just couldn't find her through that. We're going to get a jump ball called, and that's going to be a turnover to Bowsher. I think Amaya saw Miley on the backside.
I just don't think she could get it there.
There wasn't a window to get that ball through. 2:50 left in the third, 25-24 Bears lead. Swain will bring it up for Bowsher, working against Piper Hanna, picking her up at half court. Bowsher being very deliberate the last couple times down the floor, kind of out of character. They just want the ball right here. They went to Osei so bad. Working hard now against Miley Vollmer. There, Tilgham puts it on the floor with the left hand. Good runner. She can't get it to go.
Same team there.
A couple of Bears went at it. Fisher and Vollmer. Fisher came away. Arnold's got it now. Tries to catch the defense, napping a little bit. Can't get it to go off glass, but Miley Vollmer's there for the putback. Good decision by Josie Arnold. She saw the defense napping a little bit, and then Miley Vollmer there to clean up the garbage, get the Bears back up by 3, 27-24.
I don't think any of the Bowsher players really got back there.
No, that was kind of strange. Just a little bit of lollygagging.
Yep.
Bowsher goes back to the deliberate set. Try to work a post presence here from Osei. And then Draper's also trying to post up Josie Arnold on the backside. Swain loses a handle. Fisher. Yeah, I would have liked to see Fish. Never mind. I was just about to say I'd like to see her give that up to Amaya Langham, but I guess she knew better than me. She scored a couple more points in a varsity basketball game than I ever did, I suppose. Avery and Fisher with a great push and the benefit of the third foul on Aaliyah Osei, the senior post player. So 3 fouls on her, 3 fouls on Bowsher. 5-point lead for the Bears, and Avery and Fisher a chance to get 15th point and a 6-point lead here for the Bears.
Yep, and Osei's going to come out now.
So Avery and Fisher at the Welling Construction free throw line. Free throw is good. Bears lead by 6, 30-24. 15 for Fisher. See how Bowsher changes their pace a little bit here on the offensive end. Bears in their zone. Got to know where Draper is. Draper over in the left corner. And Abia tries to run through Miley Vollmer, and then ill-advised by Fisher, and she got lucky there.
Yeah.
Just got to be patient with the basketball. Avery and Fisher can handle the basketball. She doesn't need to worry about playing hot potato right there. 124. Bears still in control of the ball. Arnold works against Tilgham. Works left side. Hand off to Fisher. Fisher works against Tilgham, who switched off. Finds Josie Arnold on the cut. Finish off glass. Good work by those two. Yep. Good two-man game there between Avery and Fisher and Josie Arnold.
Part of what Coach Gershie was talking about, just being very decisive with her cuts. And
1 minute now left in the third quarter. Bears lead by 8. Stay in their zone here for this possession. And Swain, I think, thought her teammate was going to continue to that right corner. No one was there. She throws it to the Gatorade, so that's going to be a turnover. 52 seconds left here. Amaya Langham gets a break. Jesse Kidston is in.
And just like that, Osei's back in for Bowsher, too.
Yep. And I think you got to recognize that if you're the Bears in attack. Jesse Kidston is going at her. Piper Hanna. Boy, that's a tough left hand. Jesse Kidston with a kick. Josie Arnold with the 3. Short off iron. Good rebound. Piper Hanna. 35 seconds left. Bears still have possession. Just need to relax.
Yep. Holding it here. Last shot.
30 seconds left here in the third quarter. Great hustle rebounds there by Kidston and Hanna for the Bears. Fisher has it up top. Somebody go attack Osei and get her a 4th. Fisher stops, pops, and can't get it to go down off glass, but she's going to shoot free throws. 17 seconds left here in the third. Great action there by the Lady Bears offensively. Great energy by the Lady Bears. Avery and Fisher now at the Welling Construction free throw line. Takes 2 free throws. First one is up and good. 33-24, 16 points for Avery and Fisher. Welling Construction, third-generation family-owned general contractor for quality custom homes, renovation projects, and commercial work. Contact us at 419-636-3712. Second free throw for Fisher, short. Osei with the rebound, but poked away by Miley Vollmer. Great play by Miley Vollmer. The Bears are going to get a last shot here. 10 seconds on the clock. 9-point lead. Crossover from Fisher. That gets poked away. They're not going to get the last shot. Emmy Miller needs to take a charge.
Good defense.
Boy, she tried. She did a great job. Emmy Miller did a great job forcing Osei to miss that shot by hustling back and just being in the way. Because it looked like for sure the Bears were going to get the last shot.
Not doing too much there.
Really nice job there by the Bears. We're going to take a break. 9-point lead for the Lady Bears. We go to the fourth quarter here at Bryan. We'll be back on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Discover great job skills training at Northwest State. With over 50 different programs available, there is something for everyone. Providing hands-on training and education is the community college advantage.
Trust is built when we know someone has our back, on the field, in the stands, and in life. At Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we're more than a service provider. We're neighbors and friends. For generations, families have trusted us to care for their loved ones with compassion and dignity.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
All right, back at Bryan High School, the last game of the day in the Girls Holiday Classic. Varsity's second game. Winner gets Fairview. Lady Bears lead by 9 and have the ball to start the fourth quarter. Maya Langham works, gets the ball to Arnold. Arnold works against Tilgham. They got their ISO to Fisher. Fisher tries to step through contact. Can't get her shot to go. Bowsher comes away with the rebound. And I think it's really important that the Bears are able to withstand whatever Bowsher has here in the first couple of minutes of this quarter. If the Bears can get stops and score, I think that'll cause a lot of issues on that Bowsher sideline. And they go back now with Osei on the floor. They go back to this deliberate post offense, trying to get that touch to their senior. And that's a terrible foul by the Lady Bears.
Can't reach in there.
If you're going to foul, you got to foul like you mean it. That's just giving a bucket away and then giving a free throw away.
Josie's
if you're going to foul, you got to foul hard. Josie Arnold picks up her third, and that's just a bad foul.
No need to reach there.
Osei now goes to the line. She's not up on the board. I'm sure they'll get her up on the board here shortly. That free throw is long. Wow, there we go.
That's a good box out.
Good box out by Josie Arnold. Draws a foul on Draper. So both teams with one foul. 7-point lead for the Bears. And Bowsher back to that full court pressure.
Maybe
Arnold gets it to Hannah over the top of the pressure. Hannah's going to run out. Jump stop. That's going to get called for a travel. Ooh, boy, I don't know about that one. But he's a lot closer than I am.
Yeah. Kind of got blocked by
probably had
Bowsher
a
defender
little bit of a
there,
shuffle of the feet, I suppose. That's a tough look from up here, and it's right in front of him. He's been pretty solid tonight.
Clarkie says it's a travel, so.
Well, if Clarkie says it's a travel, that's got to be a travel. About 7 minutes left on the main stop scoreboard. Fourth quarter action. Lady Bears lead by 7. Great third quarter by the Lady Bears to come back from a 2-point deficit, take a 9-point lead at the end of 3. And you could hear Coach Blackman trying to rally her troops at the end of the quarter, asking them if they quit, saying they made a run. It's our turn to make a run. Don't quit. Great double down there by Avery and Fisher.
No need to reach. Kind of just turned it over on her own there. Just keep throwing it at her.
Ball away. Arnold's got it, works left hand, hands off to Langham. Langham gets it picked by Osei. That was a tough matchup there. Osei's going to attack down the paint. She'll stop and pop from 10.
Thanks it in.
Knock it off glass, get the lead to 5. The Bears need to do a better job of finish possessions with shots.
Yep.
Bowsher will foul if we let him. This isn't going to be easy. Arnold dribbles. Fisher runs away, steps through, gets it to Fisher. Fisher saw Vollmer. Vollmer's been open twice under the basket on that with a baseline, and the Bears just have not been able to find the window to get it to
her. That length of Bowsher's just
But I hope she stays active. She's in the right place.
Yep. It's the right idea.
Down to Langham, gets it to Arnold on a curl, and she's going to get fouled in the paint by Osei, and that's going to be 4 on Osei.
4 on her.
2 on Bowsher, and I think right now if I'm on that sideline, that Lady Bear sideline, I'm talking about every time down the floor, whoever's got Osei on them, we got to go attack her.
Attack. I mean,
they're a different team with her off the floor. First free throw for Josie Arnold is up and good. Senior comes in, been struggling at the line a little bit, just shooting 58%, averaging 9 points, 3 boards a game. That gets her to 12 on the night. Fisher with 16, Arnold with 12. 34-28, the Bears lead. Arnold will get her second from the Welling Construction free throw line. Second free throw around the rim and out. Bears lead stays at 6. Osei now has it, brings it up, gets it to Autry. Down to Tilgham in the corner.
They're still looking at it.
Playing a little bit of zone here.
Still looking to get it in the post here.
Yep.
Just trying to find an angle.
There's a lob over the top, straight up.
Yep.
She
Good.
misses. Great check out. Boy, you've got to get that rebound. Good defense by the Bears. Another great check out by Brea Hepker.
Good rebound.
Back to back by Brea Hepker, keeping the much bigger player off the boards.
Yep.
And that's just silly.
Yep.
If I'm Piper Hannah, the last thing I'm going to do is hand that to Brea Hepker.
Backwards.
Running backward, like ball away.
Yeah.
Dribble that out. Let's get the offense set. We got to be smart with how we handle the basketball right there and make a better decision. That's a tough place, but Brea Hepker, 2 huge defensive plays on the other end.
Yep.
5:19 left in the ball game. Bears lead by 6. And there's that entry again. Bears bring everybody they've got on Osei. And then a great job by Maya Langham. Boy, I hope the guy behind doesn't call a reach because that's a bad call. The guy looking right at it didn't blow the whistle, but that's what he saw from where he was. 3 on Langham, 2 on the Bears. 5:09 left here in the ball game. And Maya Langham just needs to make sure she's really smart about contact.
Her and Arnold. Straight
I
up.
know better than the second one, but Langham's trying to be really smart about contact. Inbound comes in to Swain.
They're going to match up here.
Swain with a hook.
Yeah.
Boy, that was a terrible no call. Fisher chases that down. There the Bears get control of the defensive rebound.
Just be smart here.
Work up the floor with a 6-point lead. Arnold works against some good pressure.
Oh, man, there's no one there.
Then they just ran away from the ball, and that's what we talked about, Coop. We're going to get a timeout out of Coach Blackman from Bowsher. Full timeout. We're going to take it with them. We'll come back and talk about the ball game here in a minute.
Discover great job skills training at Northwest State. With over 50 different programs available, there is something for everyone. Providing hands-on training and education is the community college advantage.
Trust is built when we know someone has our back, on the field, in the stands, and in life. At Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we're more than a service provider. We're neighbors and friends. For generations, families have trusted us to care for their loved ones with compassion and dignity.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
All right, back at Bryan High School, Lady Bears with an 8-point lead over Toledo Bowsher. 16 for Avery Ann Fisher, 14 for Josie Arnold. 2 fouls for both teams, 4:48 left on the clock. On the floor for the Bears, Piper Hannah, Maya Langham, Avery Ann Fisher, Brea Hepker, and Josie Arnold. Aaliyah Osei, leading scorer for Bowsher, is on the floor with 4. And Toledo Bowsher has been very deliberate in their half-court offense this entire quarter with a nice back door. And
that's Langham's 4th.
I'm not so sure if I'm my Langham, if I'm not just giving up that layup right there versus getting my 4th. But that's 4 on Langham. Jessie Kidston, who's given some good minutes tonight, is going to come in for her. And that puts Renaya Autry at the line shooting 2. Her first free throw is good. Autry has come off the bench, and she's been really solid. That's 7 points for her. She's done a lot of little things, too. And there's Osei. There's a move by Coach Blackman. Osei off the floor. Probably see a little offense-defense out of them. Second free throw is also pure. 6-point lead for the Lady Bears. Bowsher back into their pressure. Hannah and Arnold in the backcourt work against that pressure. Arnold will bring it across. She works against Draper. Avery Ann Fisher against Sanaya Swain. She picks up her dribble, finds Arnold. Bears need to stay aggressive, but they need to make sure they're getting good shots. Piper Hannah sees the lane, kicks to Hepker. Hepker with a good ball fake there and a good decision.
That's okay.
Yep. Clock is our friend here. We want to burn clock every time down the floor. Use as much as you can. Just stay patient and calm in your offense. Arnold against Draper again. Finds Fisher at the top of the key. Bears have 4 timeouts, too. Coach Groshine shouldn't be afraid to use those. And we're going to get a turnover on an offensive foul by Avery Ann Fisher. Just her second, but that's the Bears' fourth foul.
Yep.
So every foul from this point on puts Bowsher at the line, getting free ones without the clock running.
Yep.
So
and
the
the other
Bears have
piece
got
of
to be
that,
really smart defensively.
The other piece of that's your dead ball. Osei can come back in for offense.
Yep, exactly. Good call on that, too, because now you can sub back in your post player. Bears trying to work some zone. Need to make sure they know where Draper is. Ooh, and Autry throws one away. To be fair, though, Coach Blackman was open.
Hey, she made the catch.
And she's probably the loudest voice that she could hear down there, so it could have just been a distraction. Osei back out for that offense-defense. Arnold will inbound to Piper Hannah. 3:29 left on the clock. Bears lead by 6. Hannah wears Autry as another jersey there in the backcourt. Does a good job getting it across the timeline. Fisher about lost the handle, found it again. Coach Grosjean should be reminded he's still got 4 timeouts if he needs them.
Yeah, there you go.
There's one right there. We're going to take a full timeout. We're going to take a full timeout with them. Bears lead by 6 here at Bryan. Fourth quarter action.
The historic Bryan Arts and Education building is being renovated for the next generation, transforming it into a welcoming, accessible space where performances and events can be comfortably enjoyed. The $6.2 million project adds lobby and backstage space, new seating, lights and sound system, accessibility, and additional parking. Because here in Bryan, art connects us. Your support, big or small, makes a lasting impact, inspiring generations to come. Donate and learn more at bryanarts.org.
Discover top quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
From the first whistle to the final buzzer, life is filled with moments that shape us. Moments of victory, of challenge, of community. At Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we're honored to stand by families through every season of life. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, family owned, family focused.
All right, back at Bryan High School, 3:09 left on the clock. Bryan leads 36-30 and will have the ball on their end. Arnold inbounds to Piper Hannah. Hannah to Vollmer. And Bowsher has gone to a zone trap. A little bit of a 1-2-2 look. Hannah works against it. About lost the handle, got it back. Now Arnold up top. Arnold kicks a gap. And that's what you got to do. You got to penetrate some gaps. Boy, Arnold about ran out of her shoes right there. To Fisher, back up to Kidston. Just take care of the basketball. Back up to Piper Hannah. Nice job by the Bears so far.
Good pass.
Not panicking.
Don't need anything
down on
there.
The block. Didn't know. You're exactly right. Just use clock. Piper Hannah, big 3 here.
Oh, big
offensive rebound tipped by Arnold, gathered by Fisher. Bucket's good. Good offensive rebound, good finish. Nice job by Arnold and Fisher right there. 8-point lead for the Bears.
Yep. No fouls here.
Nope, and Bowsher with an offensive possession without Osei on the floor is good. So you're going to get timeout to get her on the floor. All right, so we got a timeout here on the floor. We got 30 seconds for Bowsher. We'll stay here. SNS directional boring. We've got, I do that every time, Coop. I didn't look and see what the time was on the clock, but we're probably 2:15, somewhere in there. Bears with an 8-point lead. So you're looking at minimum 3 possessions at this point.
Yep.
So got to find a way to make Bowsher work for every bucket. So we're coming out of this timeout. I would assume they're going to continue to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. Coach Blackman's going to try to run her offense around the perimeter to isolate Osei. The Bears are going to double down. So at some point, if you're Bowsher, it's got to go down and then come right back out.
Yep.
And I don't even want to say it because I'm afraid they'll do it, but you got to find Draper. Draper has not taken a shot in the second half. 2 for 2 from 3 in the first half. That'd be my backside kid out of a drop down in the block.
And they will. You're going to come on man here.
Into Tilgham. Tilgham working against Fisher.
Kind of just always with that off arm.
Swain's going to take a deep three, way off. Ball gets bounced around.
Good job by Piper cutting
Ends
off
up
that backside
in
cut.
Draper's hands. Osei now works against Brea Hepker.
Just sit.
You know where your help is.
Yeah.
They're going to get a foul on Brea Hepker. Not bad work there by the sophomore. Made her work for it. Going to send her to the line. And Bowsher had Abia at the table to check in for Osei, but I think Coach Blackman at this point, depending on what happens here, it's still a 2-possession game.
Yep.
That free throw is up and good. And Bowser's been much better from the free throw. Line is long, and board comes down to Avery and Fisher. Good run out by Fisher, and then here comes the trap. Finds Piper Hanna, who dribbles out of trouble. Ball up top to Josie Arnold. Got to know who Osei is on. Force her to foul you. If they want to foul, make it be 22. Arnold's got it up top.
Trying to keep away here.
Dangerous there. Trying to make us old while we're young, Coop. And there it is, and that's going to be 5 right there. Whether it was intentional or not, we got the 5th.
Yep.
Bowsher can give one more, and then the Bears are shooting the rest of the way out, too. Next one, they need 2 more. One more free one. That'll put Osei on the bench. I really think the Bears did a nice job against her. She played hard. She was a really tough matchup. I'm not sure the Bears have that matchup, but Brea Hepker sure looked darn close to it tonight. She played fantastic against the senior post player.
Guards did a great job digging down and coming from the backside and just kind of throwing everything at her.
A lot of helps off the digs for sure. A lot of action there for the Bears. The inbound into Hannah. She gets it back to Arnold. Arnold to Hannah. Arnold with it up top. And I think you just got to hold on to the basketball, let them come to you. Ooh. I call that foul too soon, sir. I'm not sure there was any contact there. And
he had his hand in the air earlier in that possession.
He can hear. I mean, as an official, you can hear the coach yelling, we got a foul.
Yep.
So you're ready for it.
Yep.
I think it didn't matter because we still get a chance to inbound here, and they're going to have to foul us again. And that's going to be a tough one, little knee into thigh on Amaya Langham. And she wants to take her time getting up through this. Tough foul there by Tilgham, her 3rd.
She's laughing it off.
Yep. I think that one scared her a little bit too. It wasn't on the braced up leg, but it was a knee in the thigh, and those are never fun.
No.
Never fun. Lady Bears lead by 7, 1:05 on the clock. Both teams in the double bonus. Tilgham just picked up her 3rd. First free throw is off to the right, no good. Foul trouble there. Tilgham's got 3. Swain has 3 for Bowsher. Langham's got 4, and Arnold has 3 for Bryan. 1:05 left. Second free throw is good. 8-point lead for the Bears. 3 possessions. Got to make them work hard for shots and no fouls. Skip pass, just about tipped away by Bowsher.
I think that was the Autry there.
Draper's open on the backside. Autry thought about the 3, didn't take it. Tilgham will shoot the 3, no good. Backside rebound, just let her have it.
Yep.
That bucket's good for Abia. She gets the 2, and we're going to get a timeout from Bowsher with 45.7 left. 6-point lead now for the Bears. You say that was their last one, too? Yep, last timeout for Bowsher. We'll stay here. So you know you're going to see the best effort of Bowsher right here. Yep. They're going to try to force the turnover. You're going to get fouled right away. So 2 things. You got to take care of the basketball, get it inbounded, and then you got to get it inbounded to somebody who's going to knock down your free throws. Yep. So get somebody that you're comfortable with, somebody that's confident. Everybody's got to be ready to go that way. But right now, if you're the Lady Bears, you probably want to find a way to get the ball into Avery and Fisher, who's been good at the free throw line tonight and in her career. But really, you look at the crew that's on the floor right now for the Bears. I trust everybody there to get the ball. It's just a matter of being strong and don't turn it over.
Yep.
You're going to get fouled, so be strong. Don't kick it. Don't kick it somewhere.
Don't be afraid to use them. Get it across half court. I'm sure Bowsher's going to try to keep them in the back court, and then once they get it across, foul might come then.
Autry, Draper, Abia, Tilgham, and Swain on the floor for Bowsher. Osei's out after fouling out. Arnold, Hepker, Hannah, Fisher, and Langham on the floor for the Bears. Inbounds to Amaya Langham. Langham getting chased down from behind, and there's that turnover you didn't want to see. Just got a little bit out of control as the ball got poked from behind. And kind of like you said, where you don't want to be.
Yep.
Where you don't want to be on the sideline right there. Bowsher's going to roll it in, save as much clock as they can. Ooh. Boy, there was Draper. That was a shot we didn't want to see. Autry
didn't pull that trigger.
Three-pointer all the way around. Hits every part of the rim and goes in, and it's a three-point ball game. Bears need to get it inbound and take care of the basketball. Get it across half court. Arnold pushes across.
Bring it back.
Chased by Swain. Bray Hefker back out to Josie Arnold. 14 on the clock. Then we're going to get a foul. So 12.5 left. Josie Arnold will go to the line. You need one here. You got to get it to a 4-point game. 4 fouls on Swain, but that doesn't matter at this point. 12.5 on the clock. Josie Arnold at the line.
I'm really surprised they didn't take the chance to foul Hepker there. I mean,
that's exactly right.
On the court.
Yep. They made that a little easy too to come out. They had a chance to trap there on the sideline. First free throw bounces around and good, and that was a big one. You needed that one.
Yep.
Now the Bears just need to stay away from shooters. If you get this one, then you can let Bowsher have whatever they want to have on this. Just no fouls. Second free throw for Arnold is same thing. Front iron, back iron, and in. And Coach Grosjean, good use of a timeout right here. Arnold gets to 16. Fisher's got 18. Arnold's got 16. 30-second timeout here. Coach Grosjean just wants to set the defense and talk about that exact thing you said.
Yep.
No fouls.
Keep the clock running.
And if you're Coach Blackman, I don't know. It's a 5-point ball game, so you need a 2 and a 3 anyway. Do you just get it up the floor, go quick layup, and foul?
Yeah, I
think you got to go with what you're comfortable with, and unless it's Kamaya Draper, I'm not comfortable with them shooting a 3.
Yeah, and I think the other part of it is they don't have any timeouts. So I mean, if it gets below 5, if they score below 5 seconds, Bryan didn't have to inbound the ball.
Right. Winner gets Fairview, and if it's the Lady Bears, the one thing we know is Fairview played a good on-the-ball defense. It's not going to be any better than what we saw at Bowsher tonight, so it's kind of nice you see it the night before.
We might get an Archibald kind of game.
Yeah, it very well could be. We've seen
they
that.
Gotta go.
10 seconds left. Bears just need to make it take time. And that's what Fisher and Arnold just chasing the ball.
It's over.
Yeah, taking a lot of time here. Just about banked in the 3. Can't get it to go.
There you go.
Bray Hefker comes up with it. That's kind of appropriate. That sophomore did a great job on the defensive boards tonight for the Lady Bears. Lady Bears avenge a 35-point loss to Bowsher last year in the Holiday Classic, get a 5-point win. Boy, outside of the second quarter, Lady Bears led at the end of 1, led at the end of 3, and at the end of this, the second quarter, they kind of weathered the storm of turning it over a little bit. Bowsher got a little bit of confidence offensively, but the rest of the night, you got to be – I've seen the last 3 or 4 ball games since that Edgerton game. The Lady Bears have been all kinds of discombobulated and out of sorts. That was a much better looking basketball team, much smoother looking basketball team on both ends.
Yep.
Outside of some silly fouls, but you're going to have those from time to time. I really thought the Lady Bears did a lot of good things tonight.
Yep. I think just playing our game, playing Bryan Golden Bear basketball, just tough defense, gritty, and just being patient with the ball, and I think that's what led to this win.
Yeah, and I was impressed there in the fourth quarter when they wanted to burn some clock. I thought every one of our girls did a really good job. Even Amaya, the turnover there at the end, she's trying to push and get it in the front court to beat the play clock. That just got tipped away, and she lost a little bit of control. That's going to happen. That wasn't being silly. That was just she's playing hard too. But I thought our girls did a fantastic job of being strong with the basketball. Speaking of that, you and I talked about during the game of Maya, how many times did somebody try to tie her up?
Yeah.
And she was just strong with it and ripped it away from them. So chinned it and was real strong. All right, we're going to try to put some stats together. We're going to try to wrap this up real quick. We're going to come back and do this all again tomorrow. Bryan's going to be in the finals against Fairview of the Holiday Classic tomorrow night in about 22 hours or so. We'll be right back after this break.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Here in Williams County, we believe that no veteran should feel forgotten. Our Veteran Service Office is here to serve, helping with VA claims, pensions, healthcare enrollment, and so much more. We're veterans serving veterans with dignity, honor, and respect. Reach out to us today to see how we can help, because the only veteran we can assist is the one that doesn't contact us.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
All right, back at Bryan High School where the Lady Bears knocked off Toledo Bowsher tonight, 41-35, I believe was the final score. Brian Arnold, Cooper Beltran, 41-36 as our final score. Really good effort by the Lady Bears tonight. Today's games were brought to you by the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Veteran Services of Williams County, Andrews O'Neill and Lowe, Baldy's Furniture, Stark's Plumbing and Heating, and Thiel's Supply Center. So after day one of the Girls Holiday Classic, everything is set for tomorrow. Starting at 3 o'clock tomorrow, Fairview will play, 3 o'clock in our JV Consolation tomorrow will be Bowsher versus Maumee, and in the finals, Bryan versus Ayersville to follow. Ayersville playing JV for Fairview tomorrow. Consolation game tomorrow, probably right around 6 o'clock tip-off for the first varsity game will be Toledo Bowsher and Maumee. And then in the finals, your Lady Bears and the Fairview Apaches will tip it up at about 7:30 or so for the championship of the Holiday Classic. Coop, some final thoughts on the game tonight before we talk about some stats?
Yeah, I think Coach Gerstein should be very proud about how his girls came out, and they were physical. I think they weren't intimidated by Bowsher's size at all. I think they rebounded well, and I just think they were gritty as usual.
I think so too. I was really impressed with matching the physicality. You know, they were bigger than us in about every position. There was nothing that was easy, and we worked for everything we got. Nothing came real easy tonight. All right, some final stats for tonight. Lady Bears, shooting-wise, a much better performance tonight than what we've seen. And Coop mentioned this a little bit at halftime. We are a three-point shooting team, but not tonight. Tonight, they extended their defense. They took away some of those deep balls. We responded by shooting 13 of 28, almost 50% from inside two, just 1 of 5 from three-point range. We were 12 of 19 at the free throw line. I'd like to know that's probably got to be our high water mark for free throws in a ball game. Yeah. That's probably the most we've gotten to the line. You'd still like to be a little better than 12 of 9, but we were much better than we were 8 of 11 in the second half, much better in the second half when it mattered. We ended up with 15 turnovers, but that was a really good defensive team that we played tonight. 8 in the first half, 7 in the second, and we turned over Bowsher 12 times. Led in scoring by Avery Ann Fisher with her 18 and Josie Arnold with her 16. Bowsher's side of the ledger, they were only 3 of 20 from 2 in the first half. It got better in the second, but not by much. They ended up 9 of 32. They were 4 of 9 from three-point range, and then ended up 6 of 13 from the free throw line. And they were led by their senior, Aaliyah Osei, who unfortunately for Coach Blackman, her squad fouled out with about 3 minutes or so left in that ball game. But I really think, she was the mismatch of the game tonight for Bowsher versus Bryan. We don't have a 6-foot post player. We don't have that senior who's been there and done that and all that. But between Brea Hepker and Miley Vollmer and, like you said, the guards digging and digging and digging, we made every possession tough for Osei when she touched the ball. I mean, she had points. Probably got half or half, maybe more at the free throw line. And every time she got a shot, she was contested or she had a crowd around her. She's a really good ball player, but I thought our girls defended her about as well as they could. And the coaches got to be real happy with how they handled the big player from Bowsher. All right, well, we're going to do this all again tomorrow. Just talked about all of that lineup starting at 3 o'clock with the first JV game. And then we'll follow it all the way through to the consolation and championship of the varsity games. Like I said, Bryan and Fairview should tip off around 7:30 tomorrow night following those first 3 games. We want to thank our crew tonight. Our director was John Dalrymple, who also did some play-by-play for the 2 JV games tonight, so a jack of all trades. On robotics in our truck tonight, Chris Malanga. Cameras are run by Gabby Malanga, Chris Allspaw, and Colton Sheeline. I want to thank Rick Armentrout back at WQCT Radio, and also our GBSN executive producer, Chris Malanga. This student broadcast is produced by the Golden Bear Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any duplication or other use of this broadcast, including descriptions or accounts of the game, without the express written consent of Bryan City School District is prohibited. One final time for all of us at the Golden Bears Sports Network with Cooper Beltran, who did a fantastic job his first night up here, helping out doing some color. He was awesome. I'm Brian Arnold. The final score, Bryan 41, Bowsher 36. We'll see you tomorrow night for the finals of the Holiday Classic.